Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's show match featuring Comp on a introduced team.
You don't know him either?
Nope.
Alright, so on...
The teams are Drachenschwert versus Never Skip Leg Day. Drachenschwert. Anyways, my name is Sir Potato the Ninth, and I am joined here by Companion to B, and we are getting into pick band.
Yep, so as usual, the teams have done a pro draft beforehand, so none of these... They're going to be picking their champions in order, just if you don't know how it works. So if you don't see a particular champion banned or picked and you don't agree with it, that's probably going to be why. So let's see what this top lane matchup is going to be.
Yeah, Brand banned away. Brand has been very powerful recently. Would you mind elaborating as to what has happened to cause this insane meta right now? What changes have been made to the game? Oh, well, it wouldn't be a Learning Fives game without either a remake or a pause, so that's what's happening. Anyways, right now the meta has been a little all over the place with Heimerdinger Fiddlesticks bot lane being insanely meta right now. So what went wrong?
What went wrong in the game or what went wrong with the meta?
A little bit of both. What has been changed to cause this insane meta?
As far as I'm aware, it's mostly the case of, like, people have always said that AD carries suck, but now AD carries actually suck. So I feel like it might have been a little bit of the changes to Infinity Edge and those AD carry items that make them not so popular anymore.
Okay,
it's a mess, really.
It really is. But anyways, it is like a dumpster fire right now. It is something that you don't really want to be watching, but at the same time, it's very entertaining to watch, so you might as well tune in and keep an eye on how things will progress.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the top lane, we're going to be having a Kled versus Yasuo matchup. Who do you think will pull ahead in this?
I really hate Yasuo with a passion. I feel like Kled is pretty darn good, so I'm going to have to give it to Gypsy Danger.
That's fair. I do feel like there's a lot of outplay on either side, so it really, in my opinion, I think this might come down to a skill matchup. I guess we'll just have to see there, though. Nocturne versus Kayn. As far as I'm aware, Kayn should be very good at punishing Nocturne. I believe he has a faster clear time. Sorry.
I agree that Kayn does have the faster clear time, and I think there is a lot of opportunity to punish, but there's a reason why people are picking up Nocturne so often. There's a reason why it's seeing so many bans. I don't know if you've tuned in to any of the pro scene going on right now, but Nocturne is up there. Nocturne is the one you want to be getting. So I feel like he is just very strong right now, what with the changes going on in bot lane. So.
Yeah, for sure. Nocturne has been seeing an unprecedented amount of play, really. In my around 2 years of playing League of Legends, I have never seen Nocturne getting picked so much right now. It's
2 years.
2.5. I don't know. That number might be wrong.
It looks like we are gonna see some bot laners coming in for this bot lane.
ADCs, let's go. I like to see that. Ashe and Alistar versus Xayah and Taric. Really, across all of this, across the entire map, I can't see any lanes that should be having a dominant effect over their counterpart. It all definitely seems very skill-oriented, and who is able to pull ahead with what they have, as opposed to, oh, well, this team has this pick, so they're automatically going to win.
Yep, so one thing that I do notice is, obviously with the Kled Nocturne Galio, you do have a lot of opportunities to roam, to gank other lanes. So I think that might be one area where Drachenschwert has the upper hand. But on the other side, I feel like Never Skip Leg Day has a pretty darn good team fight. So I don't know. I think, like you said, it is going to come mostly to skill, I think.
Yeah, I
Skill,
agree.
rotations, team communication.
I really do think that Short, we'll go with that. Uh, I feel like Ash isn't the best pick for their team composition with the Kled, with the Galio, and to an extent with the Nocturne. You have a very heavy playmaking team composition, and Ash really isn't what I think when I think playmaking. When I think Ash, I think you're going to be getting picks. You're going to be aiming for the short engages in the jungle. So I would have loved to see a more team fight oriented ADC as opposed to Ash.
Instead, I think that Team Drachenschwert does have a pretty good pick composition. You know, maybe not in the traditional sense of the word as a lot of single target CC, but you do have that Nocturne ult, you do have that Galio ult. If Ash catches somebody out, they're gonna be dead. Like, they're gonna be pretty killed. And as far as I'm aware, Ash is probably one of the only AD carries that's still not playable, but is legit. So I like the CC her ult brings for that matter.
That is true. I, I do really do enjoy the both of these bot lane picks though. Ash and Alistar do synergize very well together. Once you hit level 6, you have the amazing Ash ultimate engage tool with the enchanted arrow. Fire that down, Alistar is able to get the CC chain follow up, and from there you're able to either take the ADC or the enemy support out of a fight. But that being said, you do have Xayah and Taric on the enemy team, so it could really be the other way around, you know. Although you don't even have to wait until you hit 6, you have those playmaking opportunities way before, maybe even once you hit level 3. You can toss out the daggers with Xayah, follow up, get the root, and then Taric with the stun, and just lay down the damage with the Xayah DPS. So it really does seem like Ash and Alistar are going to have to wait a lot longer to be able to utilize their engage tools. But Xayah and Taric should be using their early pressure to abuse their enemy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm not. I don't know. And then looking at the mid lane, I'm not too sure that Ziggs is still a thing. Is Ziggs a thing? Did that happen?
As far as I'm aware, that seems more like a comfort pick than anything else.
Okay.
I don't think that Ziggs is great right now. However, I might be mistaken. So it is
We'll just have to
possible that
see.
that is a pick. We will have to see. We will be hopping in the game shortly, ladies and gentlemen. So stick around. We will be right back.
Like lightning in my veins. Now they see me, and I'll never be the same. Your whispers found its way, calling me to stay. I'm standing at the edge, but something always brings me back. All the voices in my head reminding me of what I have. If I fall tonight, you can bring me back to life. If I fall tonight, you can be my saving light.
Oh. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting into the game featuring Team Drachenschwert and Team Never Skip Leg Day. Hey, I was pretty close. Anyways, my name is Serpent of the Ninth, and I am joined here by the one and only companion to B. let's get into introducing the teams. Well, we've got a basic line of scrimmage going on, so we got some time. On team Drachenschwert, you have Jispy Danger 86 in the top lane on Kled, Artemis Siri on Nocturne in the jungle. You've got Koskoro on Galio in the mid lane. Toothpick Samurai on Ash in the ADC position. Joining him will be Jamaros on the Alistar in the support position.
And on the side of Team Never Skip Leg Day, we are going to have Darkwaza on the Yasuo in the top lane, Kanto on the Kayn in the jungle, Press Abe on that Ziggs, and VU Ace and Conspicuous Jew rounding out that team in the bot lane on Zaya and Taric. So one thing that we forgot to talk about in Champ Select was the summoner spells. The Ziggs did actually take that teleport, and I have to wonder if it's in response to maybe the crazy amount of mobility on the side of Team Drachenschwert.
That's what I'm thinking. That really is the only thing that would make sense. Ziggs is definitely not a champion that benefits a lot from roaming. However, you have so many champions that do on the enemy team. So if you're able to follow them around the map, then you're going to be able to have so much, or you're going to be able to help your team so much.
The other potential thing could be trying to rush towers down. I'm just thinking about that satchel charge. If it is going to be a race, get Ziggs in that whatever lane is getting low, and you can take that turret down super fast. But I think it is mostly to deal with the blue team's composition.
Yeah, and then I also do enjoy the fact that the Galio, Koskoro, has taken Ignite on the Galio. Wait, did Koskoro just take that? No, he didn't. Anyways, the Ignite on Galio is Galio is definitely pretty much a monster the entire game. You have so much damage with your AP scaling in the early game, and then in the late game, you have all that damage, plus you have that health, but we'll stay focused on the early game. Right now, you have so much damage that you're able to abuse your enemy laner with that really getting a kill in the early lane or in the early game is not inconceivable. I wouldn't be shocked to see Koskoro going all in on Press Abe, especially if he's missing some of his combos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but aside from that, it's been a not crazy first 3 minutes. Thank God.
Yeah, we did see Kanto pop up in the mid lane, but that was more just for reinforcements.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody's doing anything. Like you said, though, Kanto does have the faster clear, so Artemis Siri probably just wants to try and farm, stay caught up with that. It looks like Kanto has had pretty dominant control over the Scuttle Crabs. He's gotten both so far, which do give a lot of gold, and now he's going to be venturing into that jungle just to see if he can spot out the Nocturne, but he's not going to find anything, which maybe gives you more information than actually seeing him.
That's true. You know exactly where he's been, and you know
where
you can get
not.
you can get a rough idea of where he might be going as well. But I do believe that he just got spotted by a ward. Yeah, he in the bottom lane. So now Kanto knows exactly where he is, and he's going to be recalling in the bottom tri-bush.
Mm-hmm.
See.
Yeah, not slow start. I'm used to these Learning 5s games being crazy and action-packed. This is a
come on. We got to amp up the action.
I'm not saying I want 5-man fiestas before 5 minutes. I'm just saying.
I mean, it is understandable to not be seeing much action going on right now. Neither of these teams do have very strong early games. I mean, I would say that Zai and Taric can benefit immensely from going in the early game. However, it does make sense if they want to stay back and farm up while the rest of their team gets their items. I mean, you have a Kled, you're not a Kled, you have a Ziggs, you have a Kayn, you have a Yasuo. None of these champions are known for their powerful level 1 or level 3 powers. But come late game, they're going to be able to one-shot the enemies pretty easily. So they are just taking their time right now, getting the gold that they want, and really just stacking their items and XP.
Yeah, I guess so. And, like you said, none of these lanes are obviously better or worse than the other, so it does make sense, I guess. that they wouldn't be fighting earlier on.
Yeah. I would like to see a little more jungle interactions, especially when you have two very strong skirmishing champions, the Kayn and the Nocturne.
And Galio's actually level 6, so you could run in there.
That's true. However, we're not really seeing anything going on so far. I mean, Kanto is in the enemy jungle right now, but Artemis Siri is running away. I don't really know who would win in the early games right now between the two of them if they skirmish in the jungle. However, Kanto is coming in. He gets the slow. Koskoro gets the taunt up, but now Artemis Siri is coming in. Kanto's taking a lot of damage. Ignite goes through first blood. Will be picked up by Koskoro, but the action isn't over yet. Dark Quaza in the top lane getting messed up. Charge coming in from Gypsy Danger, but that's not important to direct the camera, I guess. The Kled shield is so massive. Dark Quaza is trying to figure out a way out of this. He dashes away. Gypsy Danger dashes back in. The bear trap on a rope misses. Dark Quaza is actually in the beneficial position here. Neither of them wants to go in any further, as a misplay could be the end of either of them. So the engage in the top lane ends. That was incredibly close. Oh my. If Dark Quaza was able to hit Gypsy Danger anymore, Kled would have gone away, and then that fight would have been won for him, I think.
Like, look at how, like, he has no health. All of that is the shield from Skarl.
Yeah. Oh, Koskoro isn't over yet. Artemis Siri ultimate coming through. Press Abe is going to be taken down. That is unfortunate. Now you have 4 stacks of that door or the Dark Seal.
4 stacks and 2 kills on this Galio who took the ignite.
A lot of gold.
Not only is it a lot of gold, well, yeah, because he got first blood gold, but these lanes were even up until now, and then you probably gave the gold to who you least want to have it on the enemy team, the Galio and the Nocturne. Because they're the ones that are going to be moving around. They're the ones that are going to be hurting this bot lane. So, that was not good.
Yeah, those are your carries, and already the gold is getting funneled directly into their pockets. This is actually turning out to be really rough for Team Never Skip Leg Day. Right now, they're definitely climbing upward, or they're climbing a hill in order to win this game, and it is a steep hill indeed. If they keep losing these engages and they don't get the vision of the enemy jungler, keep getting ganked, they keep getting killed, that hill is just going to get steeper and steeper. Oh, the ultimate from Dark Quaza coming in onto Gypsy Danger underneath the tower. Bear trope on a wrap. Wait, that's not right. Gypsy Danger picks up the kill regardless. Bear trope on a wrap. Yikes.
I'm surprised by how much, I felt like he should have done more damage, but...
Yeah, I agree.
Not.
The Yasuo ulti?
Yeah. Like, I expected to kill him, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, especially when Gypsy Danger was so low. Skarl was holding on to by a thread. But I guess Skarl was still enough to keep him in there. And Dark Quaza unsuccessful in his kill attempt.
And I feel like if Gypsy Danger had died there, I would have said he had been greedy, because he didn't back, even though Dark Quaza had boots. Dark Quaza has a dagger. Look out. I don't know. Nothing really damage heavy, so.
Yeah. That was a. Oh, you see the engage in the bottom lane. Kanto is coming in. Toothpick Samurai forced to flash away. Now Yamaros is taking the Brood of the Forest. The ultimate comes through from Artemis Siri. The ultimate as well from Conspicuous Jew. And now everybody is laying down the damage. Conspicuous Jew forcing heal out of Toothpick Samurai. The teleport coming in from Gypsy Danger. Conspicuous Jew forced to flash out. And now everybody on Team Never Skip Leg Day is forced to retreat. You have this minion wave that is going to be dealt with swiftly. And then VU Ace and Conspicuous Jew are forced to defend this tower against 4 enemies. Will they be able to do it? They're so low. Conspicuous Jew doesn't get the stun. Koskoro does have the ultimate available. However, it seems that Team Drachenschwert are going to be recalling from this fight.
Yeah, and in that top lane, Dark Quaza has just been smacking on the turret this time because Gypsy Danger used teleport to get down to the bot lane. I do think it was a worthy use of it, because I do think Toothpick Samurai and Alistar would have died. Would have died if he had not done it.
Yeah.
Look, I
I
can't
agree.
pronounce the support name, you can't pronounce the team name. We're even.
Oh, wait, Press Abe just used his ultimate at the Infernal Dragon.
I think he expected them to go for it. I feel like that's what I would have done if I had 4 people there and the enemy team was recalling, but you know, it was a choice, and now it's a 100-second cooldown to get it back again, so.
Yep. You know, 10 minutes into the game is when the ADCs and supports get their first back. That's that seems a little long to me.
Seems a little long to me, but it seems like the mark of an even lane.
Yeah, absolutely. Neither of them are pulling ahead at all. I mean, there's about a 80 gold lead in favor of Toothpick Samurai, but that's just because of the 3 CS that he has. But even then, like, that's not even a permanent lead. The CS is not... It's going to be coming in over and over, you know?
Yep. And I feel as though... I don't know, I think I wanted to see the mid laners roam down maybe a little bit earlier. I would have liked to see Koskoro really push something, knowing that he does have that ult. He's going to get down there so much faster than Ziggs. And I feel like for a good portion of that fight, he definitely could have. He could have even come in behind Never Skip Leg Day as they were trying to run away. So, I don't know. He's here now, but he's just chilling, I guess.
Yeah, there are 4 members of Team
standing on a
Drachenschwert here in the bottom lane. Standing on a ward. Are they planning something here? If they don't really do anything, it seems like they want to go for the dive, but if they don't do anything, then they're just kind of wasting their time. Oh, Dragon is going to be started. I agree with that call. They know that the enemy does not have any vision on it.
Yeah.
So this should be a free Dragon.
I think it probably will be. Just because nobody really wants to go in. There we go.
That's pretty detrimental, especially when your team is already so far in the lead. 2,000 gold at 13 minutes, and now you're getting this extra AD and AP boost. That's really not good news for the enemy. What do you think they should do in order to start to get this lead back?
I feel like they should look to the only lane that is...
Oh, hold that thought. Toothpick Samurai getting stunned up, and now Iameros going in. Alright, maybe that wasn't as big a fight as I thought it would be. Anyways, as you were saying...
Well, that actually does tie into what I was going to say. I was going to say that they need to go down to the only lane that is still even, and they need to try really hard to make something happen there. So maybe you try and get a ward on the enemy's red buff, you try and figure out where Kanto is so you know when you can go down there and try and make something happen, because they need something. They need to do something, and I feel like that's probably going to be the easiest place to do it in.
I agree, and oh, the stun will connect from Toothpick Samurai onto Press Abe. However, the flash in from Koskoro, the damage is there, forcing the flash out. Ignite is being used as well. Toothpick Samurai getting stunned up at the bottom lane. Will the UAC be able to use the ultimate, trying to get the recall? Does not get the root. Toothpick Samurai will live to see another day.
Yep, it turns out you can just walk out of that ult. Who would have thought?
Gypsy Danger and Kanto duking it out in the top lane. Gypsy, no, you have so much damage. You can finish him off. You don't know where Dark Quaza is. It would have been a 2v1. Maybe backing off was a good call there.
Both junglers are on the top side, but obviously you don't know where the enemy jungler could be closer, so I do agree with the call, but in the interest of having a clown fiesta, I wish they hadn't.
Absolutely. The ultimate is being cast onto Kanto from Artemis Siri. He will be getting away after he uses his flash, though.
Yeah, and that... I don't know, that's really just a representation of how this game is starting to go. Koskoro is starting to take over the enemy jungle, and Dark Quaza's in trouble here.
Oh, ultimate coming out from Gypsy Danger. Dark Quaza forced to flash away as Koskoro is now taking the tower. All 3 members of Team Drachenschwert running up and not getting anything in return.
But, like you said, it did force out the flash. This is multiple times now where Koskoro showed up somewhere, and just by the very virtue of being there, being a scary Galio, he has a lot of damage. he's now forced 3 flashes out of Never Skip Leg Day.
That's true. And when you have so many engaged tools on your team, with the Kled, with the Gallia, with really even all of your bottom lane, you need those flashes if you're going to be escaping with your life. So right now it is really dangerous to not have a flash.
Mm-hmm. And bot lane remains untouched. I don't know, as a support, it makes me pretty happy because this is the type of game I want. Please go bully another lane, not me, but you know, I wish something was going on. I feel like Never Skip Leg Day needs to do something, and they can't because they're worried about where Artemisir is, they're worried about where Koskoro is, Gypsy Danger is gonna kill Darkwaza if they leave, so it's like what do you do?
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, sometimes it is nice to be able to CS it out. However, if the rest of the map for you is going to hell, then, you know, maybe it's time for somebody on your team to come down and give you a little help.
And I do feel a little bit bad saying it's going to hell, because it isn't that bad. They're only 3 kills down, 3,000 gold. But, you know, you have to do something. As it gets later, it's only going to feel like that gold is more important. So.
Absolutely. Xayah has completed the Storm Razor, and meanwhile, Toothpick Samurai
just finish your blade.
Oh, yeah, just got the recall. So I'm guessing that bo1 is going to push out this wave and then take a quick little recall.
Standard stuff. She's sitting on about 800 gold, so not that bad. You know, that's it. Looking at the, you know, summer spells, alts, literally, well, okay. So the flashes obviously aren't still up. I'm looking more at the teleports to say if you did want something to happen, you could make something happen. But Gypsy Danger and Koskoro have their ult, have their teleports, so where do you go that they can't follow? Or where do you go that you force out a teleport, you force out an ult without losing much? I don't really think you do. Maybe you say, hey, this dragon comes up in a minute, you really want to get. It is a mountain drake, so that...
Ultimate onto Press Abe, immediately followed by Koskoro coming in. But Press Abe should be able to... He's getting fleet. Koskoro actually gets another kill. And now Kanto's coming up into the top lane. Gypsy Danger getting CC chained so much. The ultimate from Kanto is going in, as well as the challenging smite, forcing the flash out. Skarl is still in battle, and Kanto is forced to back off as this tower is coming in. Now Koskoro coming up, getting the knock-up, and looking for the feared charge is coming in. The 2-man taunt. The damage is there. Koskoro is on a rampage. Darkwaza is so low and will be falling shortly soon after. Now he's just running around, wasting the enemy's time until finally Gypsy Danger picks up the kill.
I think Darkwaza was really trying his best not to give that kill to Gypsy Danger, but alas, okay, if I was Koskoro, I would have taken it. That's because I'm greedy and I want to be 5-0, but I understand. I know why it's a good choice. I just, you know, don't agree with it maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the end, spreading the gold among your team is going to be very good. Because
especially since Gypsy Danger isn't doing poorly, he's already ahead of Darkwaza. Yeah,
exactly, and it really does make it harder for the enemy team, because instead of only having to target one of the enemies, Gypsy Danger might be in a bad spot as Darkwaza just teleported in, does not have the tools to keep this engagement. Anyways, as I was saying, instead of making it easy for the enemy team to prioritize a target, when you have the enemy team, everybody is no kills, then it's easier for you to say, target the guy that's 5-0. We'll take him out of the fight, and then we'll have an even shot. But if everybody on the team... Oh, Kanto dodging with the quick feet, but it might not be enough as the CC is there. Koskoro picking up another kill, but meanwhile in the bottom lane, you have bo1 going in with Conspicuous Jew, but Toothpick Samurai does not have any of it. And I will finally finish my point. Spreading the gold is going to be very beneficial, so the enemy team has multiple people that they have to target and take out of the fight.
Yeah, and I feel like probably the biggest problem right now is in the difference in that jungle. Artemis Siri is a solid 2,000 gold up on Kanto. It's reflected in levels. Kanto is only level 9, Artemis is level 12. So I don't really know how this one got away from Kanto, because I feel like early on, Kane is definitely better at ganking, but Artemis Siri just, like we said, because the early game was just so slow, nothing really happened. Everybody was just intent to farm it out. Now this Nocturne has just taken over the game.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have the 5-0 Galio that really the enemy team isn't
Oh
going to
yeah,
be able to
him
touch.
too.
Yeah, he's got 10 stacks of his Dark Seal. Nice double stun, but so much health and so much damage. Shouldn't really be a fight that you want to take.
Because I feel like VU Ace and Conspicuous Jew are the stronger bot lane from what I've seen so far. But
Yeah.
because you have Nocturne Galio, you really can't commit as hard as maybe you want to commit just for fear of them coming and killing you. Because that's what bot lane used to be. And bot lane is now AD carries suck, but I don't know, the fear is still there.
Yeah, the fear is definitely still there. Especially when you have multiple champions that are insanely good at ganking and insanely good at getting behind you. It's very dangerous to be going up, even past the river. However, they seem to be confident enough to be going for it. Ultimate is cast by Conspicuous Jew. Iamoros is doing a great job appealing for Toothpick Samurai. However, the stun underneath the tower. Ultimate is being used by VU Ace, and then the Ignite's going through as well. VU Ace, you have the damage. Toothpick Samurai is trying his best, although nothing is coming through. Then Charge coming through. Now everybody's going to be suffering. Iamoros and Conspicuous Jew barely getting out. VU Ace, Force Flash. I don't know either.
Maybe when you stun them twice, it cancels out.
That must be it. But now this tower will be falling. There's nothing that V-Waste nor Conspicuous Jew are able to do about it. Another turret being taken by Team Drachenschwert.
And that actually makes me really sad because it was, I thought, a pretty good engage by VU Ace and Conspicuous Jew. I just finished saying that this is where they needed to find something, and the mobility of the enemy team, it hurts. Gypsy Danger just teleported in there and then he ran at their faces, got a double kill. He did that. I hate Kled. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Kled, I gotta keep giving Team Drachenschwert praises for their team composition. With the Kled, with the Nocturne, you're able to go so far in, and then the Galio is able to follow up with the Heroic Slam. It's so hard for the enemy team to do anything against this team composition, especially when your peel is pretty non-existent. You have the Taric stun, and you have the Xayah root, but
you have the Zig Satchel charge, I guess.
But those are not strong peeling tools.
No.
And especially when you have Xayah, Taric, a bottom lane that it does exceptionally well if you're able to funnel gold into them. But even then, they're not even getting gold. So what's the strategy for Team Never Skip Leg Day?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, Toothpick Samurai is now 1,000 gold, so even that evenness in the bot lane is not going great anymore. That's just off of CS, which is based off of the pressure that the rest of the team is exerting on this bot lane. So I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. Like, if your team never skip leg day, do you just have to get lucky? You have to pray?
Gypsy Danger and Artemis Siri going in on Kanto as Dark Quasar comes in. Kanto forced to flash away. Dark Quasar not in a great spot. Conspicuous Jew might not have gotten the memo. They don't want to take this fight. Press aid. Just getting a little bit of damage down. Oh man, it's really hard to watch this because right now you have Drachenschwert just slowly sieging all of these towers just because they can. And Team Never Skip Leg Day don't have the gold, don't have the items, don't have the damage to do anything about it.
Well, so you know what? You say don't have the damage, but watching Artemis Theory take all that damage, I think from stepping on part of Press Abe's minefield thing. I don't know what it's called. It did a pretty good chunk, so I don't even think it's any big.
Shoe. Fight is going to be breaking out. The tower gets destroyed. Ultimate from Press Abe comes through, as well as the ultimate from Conspicuous Shoe. He gets that invulnerability. Now everybody is laying down the damage. VU Ace with the big ulti, but it's not enough. Conspicuous Shoe looking for the sun, not finding anything, and now Costco taking so much damage, but he dashes away. And now no casualties on either side. And team, oh, the turret gets taken down by the stats charge from Press Abe. Now you have a reasonably sized minion wave that you're not able to escort to the next tower. Dragons are being pinged by Team Never Skip Leg Day as you have all 5 of your members still alive. You know that the enemy team has to back off. But there's 30 seconds right now. It's not going to be up. And when it is up, the enemy team will be able to contest it. So what's the move? Rotating towards bottom lane. Will they be able to take this? How much damage will they be able to get onto this tower?
Well,
That's their goal right now.
They might be able to get it down, but the entire team of Drachenschwert is currently running at them, so they might want to dip.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Charge is coming through, and now you have everybody coming in. The stuns, the CC, it's all there, the taunt, and now the ultimate is coming through as well. Gypsy Danger picks up a kill onto Press Abe. Now IRM Rose takes out Dark. Quasi Conspicuous Jew is going to be next on the chopping block. His Toothpick Samurai is forcing him down, and the stun is not there, and that is a 3-for-0 trade. They didn't even get the tower. They didn't get most of the tower. Now you have 3 of your members throwing their lives away for nothing. And then the enemy team gets all that gold, and they get this Cloud Drake.
Yeah,
Huge
so
misplay from Never Skip Leg Day.
that was pretty disappointing to watch because when they actually had that team fight in the mid lane, I was feeling pretty good. I was gonna say, you know, we talked about in Champ Select, I did feel like Team Never Skip Leg Day had the better team fight, so maybe they could do something with that. And then they arguably won that fight because I feel like not losing a fight when you're this far behind is like winning a fight. I was gonna say, yeah, maybe they can do something with that. They got Darkwaza onto the carries, they got a 2-man Yasuo ult, they chained that with Ace's Zaya ult. I thought things were going well, and then they just split up for no reason. Where did Kanto and VU Ace go? Where'd they go? Like,
I'm
farm?
I think they backed.
I know they did back. Oh, VU Ace got the red buff. See. I see.
But,
All right.
but why?
Exactly,
You know?
that's what I'm saying.
So clearing some vision on the Baron. This Baron, really, it's going to take nothing short of a miracle for Never Skip Leg Day to be able to even contest this Baron.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
Dark Quaza does have a nice split push going on in the bottom lane, forcing a teleport out of Gypsy Danger. And now, you can't even say that Team Never Skip Leg Day has the teleport advantage because they have 1 teleport up. But even then, you have Kled Charge, you have Nocturne with his ult, you have the Galio ultimate. Everybody on Team Drachenschwert is able to rotate so easily. Just having a TP on your Ziggs does not mean that you have the mobility advantage.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like they.
Oh, ultimate being cast by Toothpick Samurai. Nothing can come of it as the damage put out from Drachenschwert was not equal to the damage put out by Never Skip Leg Day.
I
Arquaza?
definitely feel like Team Never Skip Leg Day has the. Like, they have the possibility of coming back. I'm not going to say an 8,000 lead is insurmountable, but it definitely feels like it with how they've been playing and the decisions they've been making.
Exactly.
I'm just still thinking about that bot lane. Like, why? I don't understand!
Why did nothing happen in the bottom lane?
Uh-huh. Or why did that happen? Why was that? Like, not like anything happened, but I feel like maybe that might have been indication. Like, maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't like it at all, but maybe if you stick all 5 members down there, you at least have the chance to make something happen. Or if you don't send all 5 members down there, you send your jungler and your top laner to a different lane rather than to clear your own jungle. So at least you're creating pressure somewhere else. Maybe it's not a 5v3 in the bot lane. Maybe it's a 4v3, which still isn't good, but you know, it's better.
Wait, why is VU Ace and Conspicuous Shoe in the top lane? They just lost their turret because of that.
There was a huge wave, but I don't think it warranted the 80 carry on the support, maybe.
Oh, wait, VU Ace miscasting his ultimate, and now a fight is breaking out. That might have been a detrimental mistake. Now everybody's laying down the damage. The turret has been taken out. Now Gypsy Danger is forced to flash out. The Ignite will not be enough to finish him off. And now the peel from the Ash W is so good. The slow is slowing down Never Skip Leg Day to an extent to where they're not able to chase at all anymore.
Yeah, this is just unfortunate, I think.
No, Kanto, why'd you back? Now is the perfect time to threaten the Baron. You forced Gypsy Danger out of the fight. Anyways, now you have VU Waste and Conspicuous Shoe both getting taken out in one fell swoop.
Well, you're
12
right.
to
It's a
0
Baron
lead.
opportunity.
Yeah, it is a
Baron
perfect opportunity to threaten Baron.
Honestly, I don't think they could have done it. Darkwaza was in the bot lane anyways, so now I think he's just going to push down there and try and hope to get something off of the back of that.
That's true.
Kanto does have Smite, but he is 2 levels down. So, holy, that's a lot of damage from Press A.
That is a lot of damage. Gypsy Danger is coming up, and he's not going to be letting Kanto walk into the air for free. In fact, Gypsy Danger takes Kanto out, and Press A does have his ultimate available, and you only have Artemis, Siri, and Toothpick Samurai on there. Press A tries to take it out, but unfortunately, Artemis Siri's smite is still too much to handle.
I thought it was closer than I would have expected, but then Gypsy Danger just went up there and killed Kanto and Press A, so that sucked. They did get the bot lane turret, though. Fear not. They have gotten it.
Well, it's something.
Yeah.
And now the unfortunate death march shall begin for Team Drachenschwert. They have the Baron. They have so much pressure. They have 10,000 gold on the enemy team. Okay. Yeah, it really is. Team Never Skip Leg Day has got to do their best to be just delaying this game for as long as possible, especially when they have such a good scaling team composition. They're able to draw this game out for another 10 minutes, and they might have a shot of making a comeback in a team fight. But
can they do
right
that?
now,
Probably
yeah,
not.
it's not looking like it's going to be an option for them right now.
Yep.
Darkwaza looking to make something happen. Gets the ultimate off onto Gypsy Danger, but Gypsy Danger's got so much health, so much damage. Darkwaza is in such a bad spot now. And now Artemis Siri is going to be using his ultimate. Finish him off. And now the red middle inhibitor will be, or inhibitor turret will be taken down. Koskoro defending his siege minion as it
Please,
blasts
so
away at this
low.
tower. Kanto really can't do anything, especially not when he's missing his abilities. Gypsy Danger, maybe not in a good spot. Scarl's still a bit from coming off. He might get taken out by the ultimate V Waste, picks up the kill, but now you have a very unfortunate team fight. Not even a team fight. It's not even a fight.
Yeah, it's
Team Drachenschwert is just marching it in. They take out the first Nexus turret, and now Conspicuous Jew putting all the eggs in the basket, flashing in. The damage is going through. Big stun from Toothpick Samurai, and now Koskoro. So much health. Conspicuous Jew got the invincibility. Now he's uprooted. Oh, the Danyas will be used. And now Kanto dashing back as Toothpick Samurai lays down the damage, gets the kill. And now Iameros going in. Ultimate from Koskoro. Artemis here on a killing spree. And now Koskoro picking up another kill. The damage is there. Darkwaza trying his best to get onto Koskoro, but it's not enough. And now you have 4 out of 5 members of Never Skip Leg Day taken out. But Press A does not have anything that he's able to do. He gets a kill! It's a double for him. But Koskoro is looking to go in. The minions are there for both teams. Artemis Siri is getting drawn awfully low. You have Koskoro here getting onto Press A. gets the engage. The Zanyus will be used. Teleport coming in, but alas, the Nexus will be destroyed, and Team Drachenschwert will take game 1.
Those 3 kills that just happened in the past 2 minutes were the only kills Team Never Skip Leg Day got all game. And I think that maybe was a little bit of it was representative of how the game went. Like, I know you had the scaling team comp and you were thinking, okay, well maybe if we just hold out for that much longer, but I feel like they maybe gave Team Drachenschwert's too much. You know? Like, I agree with letting them take some stuff, but you can't give them that much. So
Exactly. It was you can't really call this game a stomp, although it kind of was a stomp. It was just a very long and drawn out stomp.
yeah. I
It
don't
was
know. Like,
it was definitely going in favor of Team Drachenschwert for the longest time, and Never Skip Leg Day were just trying their best to keep up, but what went wrong there, Comp?
what went wrong was the 5-0 Galio in the mid lane. That was a pretty big problem. It just felt like Kanto could not match the ganks that Artemis Siri was putting down. Like, even when it was a 2v2 in there, Nocturne is just so strong right now that it literally did not matter at all. It was just like, hey, what up? I'm Nocturne. You're dead.
Exactly. It was that was such a tough game to witness. However, Team Never Skip Leg Day has been put out of their misery, and game 2 will be coming up shortly. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stick around for that, and we will be right back.
Just to feel alive. Another change. Cutting from the thoughts within. The clarity is wearing thin. Another time to treat this. Holding on to what we find. We don't wanna lose this fight. You, me, and gravity. You, me, and gravity. Fashioned by the hopes we had, thinking we could make it fair. Another chance to change this. Holding on to what we find. We don't wanna lose this fight. You, me, and gravity.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's second show match featuring Team Never Skip Leg Day and Team Drachenschwert. My name is Herb and I'm joined here by companion to be. We are getting into game 2.
So, first game was like we saw a little bit of a stomp, but we think it's gonna be better this time.
I think it will be better this time as well. If Never Skip Leg Day is able to pick up any of their mistakes, like not going to the bottom lane, then they should be fine.
Yeah. Well, seeing as the first ban is Nocturne, I already like the game.
Yeah,
I felt like Nocturne kind of took over that game, so I think good ban.
absolutely. As well as the Galio ban, Koskoro knew exactly what he was doing on that Galio. And oh my gosh, he really. I mean, I can't really say that one or another person took over the game for Team Drachenschwert because they were all doing so well on the champions that they were playing. I mean, Toothpick Samurai and Iamarose kind of were just getting carried in a way, but
Ooh.
well, they were still doing well. But even that, I like the Cho'Gath pickup though. But then again, I always like Cho'Gath to be played. So
I do like that this is just a completely different game than one we've seen so far. Like, aside from Darkwaza picking something different in the top lane, well, sorry, picking the same thing in the top lane, this Vi is a bit of a surprise for me. Even I didn't think she was particularly good right now. You have the Cho'Gath obviously coming in. He was really big for a while.
yeah.
I feel like he kind of fell off a little bit, but on the other side, Rammus, this man better be using the ball Rammus skin because I think that's hilarious. Being able to kick Rammus around would be the greatest addition ever in the entire game.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that trailer where Lee Sin kicks Primus into the goal, that's so good.
I love it.
Uh,
Anyways,
oh my gosh, these are the spiciest picks. Holy
these are
cow.
good.
The Vi, the Cho'Gath, the Yasuo. Gosh. But
So
then
it's
you
gonna
got
be
the Kled, the Rammus, the Fizz, the Lucian, the Alistar. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to watch this game.
amazing.
Two of my favorite champions to watch, Cho'Gath and Rammus, are both in this game.
You like watching Cho'Gath?
I love watching Cho'Gath. There's something so
He just
funny to me.
farms.
Yeah, it's so funny to me how like you're just not at a certain point, you're not able to do anything to him anymore. So he just walks up and kills your ADC without you being able to outplay him. That's funny to me, and I don't know why.
I am going to say that I'm a little bit surprised to see this Janna. While I do agree that one of the problems Team Never Skip Leg Day had in the last game was the lack of peel, I don't know if Janna is how I would choose to do it, just because I they nerfed shield supports really hard because everyone was spamming Janna. I spammed Janna. Everyone was spamming Janna, so they nerfed it, and now I feel like she's just sort of middle to low portion of the pack. Like, I feel like engage supports are just so much stronger right now. Obviously, Iamarose picking up the Alistar again, so I definitely prefer that to this Janna.
Yeah, I agree. I always will advocate for engaged supports because they give you so much more control over what's happening in the lane. Instead of having to wait for the enemy to engage, you're the one that's engaging and you're the one that's going in for the kill.
Okay, this Janna looks like she might be going battle Janna though. She has that ignite. She is ready. She is going to kill some kids.
Whoa. Maybe not that. No, I'm just, no, yeah, I agree. She might be going like really hard into this lane, and she's going to be definitely aiming for blood. I want to draw the attention back to the mid lane again. Fizz into Cho'Gath. I don't think that Fizz does insanely well against Cho'Gath.
I don't really think so either.
Well, actually, let me rephrase that. That's not entirely true. If Fizz can bait out Cho'Gath's abilities, then pre-6 Fizz should have the advantage. He's able to go in, he's able to get his damage off, and if Cho'Gath doesn't have his abilities, then he's not really going to be able to do anything. And it is pretty easy to get Cho'Gath's abilities out of him as Fizz, because you're always able to pressure going in. So if Koskoro plays this lane right, he should be able to get kills. He might be able to get kills pre-level 6, but once Press Abe is able to start stacking up his feast, then Koskoro is really not more.
Honestly, I don't even think it's going to be a pre-6 thing. I feel like it's probably going to be like a pre-Rod of Ages thing, because I feel like that's what Cho'Gath usually chooses to start with, and I feel like Fizz really benefits just from being able to take advantage of the enemy laner. You're going to want to get in there, you're going to want to cause some trouble. They both have Ignite, so clearly they both want to cause some trouble with the other team, but I feel like I would give it to Press Abe. I would give it to the Cho'Gath. I'm not sure Koskoro was going to be able to do anything, especially since last game it was a very, very slow early game. It was, I think, nothing happening until both mid laners were level 6, and like you said, at that level 6, Cho'Gath wins.
Yeah, exactly. But until we see the game, we are going off of speculation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to hop in the game. So stick with us, and we will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's second show match featuring Team Drachenschwert and Team Never Skip Leg Day. My name is Sir Potato the Ninth, and I'm joined here by Companion 2B. And let's get started with introducing these teams. On the blue side, you have Team Never Skip Leg Day with Dark Quasar and Yasuo in the top lane, Kanto on Vi in the jungle, Press Abe on Cho'Gath in the mid lane, VU Ace on Ashe in the ADC position, and joining him will be Conspicuous Jew on Janna in the support position.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And on the red side, you have Team Drachenschwert with Gypsy Danger on the Kled in the top lane, Artemis Sirion Rammus in the jungle, Koskoro on the Fizz in the mid lane, Toothpick Samurai on the Lucian, and you already hear it, Iamarose on the Cowbell Alistar in the support position. I got extra brownie points. Can you mute sounds?
Can I mute him? Can I mute his emotes or no? Is that not a thing? Am I gonna have to listen to that all game because I'm a spectator?
You get to listen to that all game.
Oh, not like this.
Extra brownie points for using the best Alistar skin.
All right, so one thing that we didn't get a chance to talk about in Champ Select was the revival of this Yasuo Kled matchup in the top lane. I felt like before Dark Quasar gave a kill over to Gypsy Danger, it was definitely going... I felt like he was more dominant early, and then I felt like it was a couple of miscalculations maybe that gave Gypsy Danger the edge, so I'm glad that they're both playing it again, because I think that Dark Quasar can take over this time.
Yeah, I agree. Really, you just need to see more. We need to see more ganks coming in from the jungle. I really think that's why Never Skip Leg Day was not succeeding last game. They had a good team composition, but they just weren't doing anything to further their efforts. But I think that first blood going to the Raptors. Let's go.
Kanto had Smite. What is he doing?
You can't smite the small raptors, but you
Why
should have smited the big one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why did he? All right, so this game.
As I was about to start singing him praise, he goes and gets himself X.
Yeah.
So.
This game is already going poorly for never skip leg day.
Yeah, that's a lot of time wasted. You haven't even cleared your second buff yet. And now you have to go back and clear your raptors so they respawn. That's so bad. And meanwhile, Artemis has already cleared most of his jungle.
Yeah,
That's...
he isn't.
Oh.
I was gonna say he isn't super fast yet, but he's definitely fast enough to cause some trouble to these slow-moving characters of Ashe, Cho'Gath, or Yasuo.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was gonna say that Kanto on the Vi, that's a really good champion to be more proactive, but well, you're already falling behind. So we'll take a look at the other lanes. Press Abe has actually been laying down a lot of damage onto Koskoro, but Toothpick Samurai forced him his heal already. That's actually really good. VU
Yeah,
Ace and
Battle
Conspicuous
Janna.
Chew, so much damage from them.
Battle Janna is working.
It really is. Taking
He is.
Spell Thieves, you're already maxing. Well, you're not really maxing. You can
Probably
get
W.
the eye of this. Yeah, the W, Zephyr. Uh-oh. Flash is forced out by Gypsy Dangers. Kanto comes in. You see, that's what I'm saying. Kanto is able to come in for those easy ganks, and you're able to get summoner spells out. And now, against the Yasuo, having Flash is pretty important. So now Dark Quasar is in a very good position.
That reminds me, you think that Vi is better at ganking than Kayn? Or you think it's easier to be proactive on Vi than Kayn? Because that's who he was playing last game, and I felt like Kayn was pretty good.
I think it's more straightforward with Vi.
Okay.
So I think it's easier to get into the mindset of I need to be ganking instead of I need to be farming. Oh, and here for the repeat gank, Kanto missing the charge up, but it doesn't even matter. Dark Quasar connects with the tornado, and the damage is there. Dark Quasar picking up the blood.
Okay, and you know what? I said that I wanted to see him take over this lane.
Oh,
and
flashing! Not conspicuous Jew gets the kill on the Toothpick Samurai. Gotta love that.
I got to witness that. Holy cow. 2018, this is my favorite year. Ashe didn't even get the assist. She just went in. She got it. She saw what she wanted. I appreciate that.
Yeah, who says that Janna isn't an engaged support?
No kidding. So that actually, I don't know, that kind of opens up this game to another side of things that maybe we didn't get to experience last game. Last game, bot lane was even for pretty much the entire thing. So it's definitely cool to see some more stuff going on. I did say last game that I thought VU Ace and Conspicuous Jew were slightly better. So really, this is just a case of I was right, you were not. Haha. I'm a child.
Yeah, now
It happens.
you're getting their chance to shine.
Well, you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about mid lane yet. Like, Press
Yeah.
Abe just hit 6, Koskoro just hit 5, but I don't think a roaming Fizz is as scary as a roaming Galio.
Although it can be pretty scary. Speaking of Fizz, casting the ultimate gets the max stacks and Press Abe getting taunted up. Kill going over to Artemis Siri. I'd say it's not as good as giving the kill to Koskoro on the Fizz, but getting the kill, the gold in your pocket, will still be very beneficial.
And it is what we talked about. Oh no.
Oh, that damage is so high! Toothpick Samurai forced to flash away from VU Ace and Conspicuous Jew.
They're just
You got it back right now.
They're doing crazy things in the spot lane. Like,
Yeah, when
obviously the poke from both, wild, but I did not really expect this. I did not expect this at all. I expected the Alistar to engage on the Janna and Janna to die, and that was gonna be it. Like that's what I pictured pretty much.
When I saw that it was going to be an Ashe and a Janna bottom lane, I was ready to fall asleep, but apparently VU Ace and Conspicuous Jew have something up their sleeves, and they're able to turn this lane to be very, very proactive.
Yeah, and really, they, aside from Kanto getting executed to his Raptors 2 minutes into the game, they are really turning it around. Like, I hesitate to say that they are turning around just because we are so early in the game, but it's definitely going better for them.
Yeah,
And
the
there's been
game
a lot
isn't
more
already.
action.
Yeah, absolutely. Last game you didn't see any kills for a very long time, and now you're already seeing 3 kills in less than 8 minutes. And it
Really,
looks
if
like
you
more to come as you see Artemis, Siri, and Kanto in the mid lane.
they're just gonna say hi.
Yeah, they're just popping in.
Gonna wave to each other. Hey, buddy, what's going up? What's going on?
Yeah, something like
Cosquero's
that.
stopwatch did just unlock, so I'm excited to see if he does anything silly with that, because I personally hate Fizz as a champion, and I think he's awful to play against, so I'm eager to see somebody else get
Oh,
hurt
the
by
ultimate
Fizz.
from BU Ace is coming through. However, that you do not realize Artemis series on the backside. The ignite is coming through from Iamaros kill as well. BU Ace forced to flash away, but Iamaros will pick up the kill onto BU Ace. And now this uneven bot lane is starting to become a little more level as you have even kills on both of the boards.
And honestly, I think even if Artemis Siri wasn't there, it already wasn't a very good engage. I feel like most of the trouble there was not from him. He definitely did help zone that Janna out, but I feel like it already was kind of going south for them.
Yeah, exactly. So now,
Kanto
well,
coming
actually,
in. We're gonna
great.
see a 2v2 in this mid lane.
2v2, the ultimate is cast, Coscore not getting the full effect, however, the damage is definitely there. Oh my gosh, the ultimate got canceled by Coscore's E. Artemis Siri takes out Kanto, but then the nom 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 comes through. Artemis Siri falls to press A, and a 1-for-1 as both junglers get taken out.
Yeah, and I feel like honestly that may have been as good as it could have gone. That sounds kind of harsh, but I feel like in a 2v2 trading the junglers, you get a kill onto Press Abe, who definitely needed one. I think Artemis Siri picked up the kill on Kanto, which is unfortunate, but it's better than going to Fizz. So
That's true. Well, it's better for team members like
yeah,
that.
for sure. Sorry. Conspicuous Jew right now is 2 levels up on the 80 carry of Drachenschwert. That is a level 7 Janna and a level 5 Lucian and Alistar. And I really like that.
Not to
More
mention the
power to
CS
support.
differential between the ADCs. Dark Quaza, I love waiting for Kled to be out of, or Scarl to be out of the fight, forcing the flash out of Gypsy Danger.
And here come both junglers, so if we were to see a fight here, Gypsy Danger wouldn't have that Kled. Looks like Artemis Siri is just gonna chase Kanto out.
Artemis Siri flashing on Dark Quaza, but here, meanwhile, comes up Kanto, getting the knockup onto Artemis Siri. Neither of them are going to be super willing to take this fight. Toothpick Samurai using his ultimates, not getting really a lot of damage onto the enemy ADC, nor the enemy support from it.
Yeah, they're just gonna beat each other up a little bit. No harm done. Actually, no harm done was... Did Artemis Siri flash for that?
Yeah, he did. He flashed in the top lane.
Alright, so kind of no harm done, but... a
He
little bit
down
harm
a summoner spell on a champion that is very good at utilizing said summoner spell.
done.
Speaking of you, whoa! Don't go up that far. Coscoro has his ultimate. Oh man. You see Coscoro casting his ultimate. You're forced to flash. You should not be walking up. You know that the enemy Fizz is there. You know that the enemy Fizz has 2 stacks of Dark Seal and is playing Fizz. You cannot challenge even if you do have a kill on Janna.
Yeah, I feel like walking up the first time was already kind of playing with fire, and then he just did it again. He was kind of asking to get ulted.
Play
He was
with
like, here I
the fish,
am.
get bit.
A
That's how the phrase
small-
goes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Close
Here
enough.
I am, a damsel in distress. Please don't kill me. Please do kill me, really.
Coscoro getting ganked again, going to be dodging it with his playful trickster abilities.
I almost feel like I thought Artemis Siri was gonna go in on Abe, just knowing how slow he is, because he's a big giant dragon dude. But I guess they did not want to take that 2v2 again. They were not feeling that.
I think that might have been for the best. It's better to not take a fight that you're not prepared for than to rush in blindly.
Oh yeah, for sure, because neither team really has a ton of wards in the enemy jungle going on right now, so really you don't know who's where.
Exactly. Koskoro getting engaged on a bit, taking this control ward, but getting knocked up anyways, and the ultimate is there to catch him out. Zanya's will get popped, and now you see Kanto on the other side. BUA takes him out, and now the damage is there. Kanto falls as well. Toothpick Samurai is forced to flash away. The slow onto Artemis Siri is so severe, but unfortunately he is that speeding soccer ball, and he will be able to get away.
Yeah, so I definitely like them collapsing onto Koskoro, but that stopwatch really saved the entire fight for that team. Because yes, it was a 1v1 trade, but if you didn't have that stopwatch, it was just going to be a 1-for-nothing, maybe even more. Kanto would have been alive, would have been able to go in on that bot lane. So definitely a good use of that. Maybe not as fancy as expecting from the Fizz, just because I do hate Fizz with a passion, but...
Wow, yeah. Fair enough. Oh, Iameros with the engage, and now you see Artemis Siri coming in. Conspicuous Jew getting ignited. VU Ace is going to be able to provide some heal with his slow on the passive. Nothing going to be coming out of that.
Yeah, they did get the heal, but I think aside from that, no harm done. Heal for Ignite, so... nothing too bad. I'm looking at Artemis Siri and I'm thinking about his flash being down, and I'm thinking about Hex Splash on. I don't think it's good, but I want it.
That is not good at all. And now you see Artemis Siri going in again. Man, he is really persistent.
Yeah,
But
you know
I
what?
guess...
When your top laner is kind of down, your mid laner has been doing it, but kind of not doing it. Like, Press Abe is starting to get a little bit tanky to just immediately take down. Like, you can't instantly chunk him out anymore. I guess bot lane is where you look. I don't know if I agree with the repeat gank, though. Like, they were kind of expecting it. And Kanto is standing here looking for something to lane, but she's just wasting time.
Yeah, Koskoro is positioning pretty defensively, not going past the river. It's time to move on, Kanto. Sorry to say.
He might come find Artemis, though.
Coming in from the backside, the ultimate and Chilling Smite are available. Playful Trickster coming out, Kanto whiffing that, and now underneath the tower, forced to flash away. Artemis Siri coming in. And now the silence might be enough to provide some seconds. However, the damage is so severe. Press Abe with the nom. Gets the kill on the Koskoro. And now Artemis Siri and Kanto are duking it out. The damage is so severe. Artemis Siri is getting there. Oh, but the Press Abe with the magical peel. Artemis Siri will not be able to pick up the kill onto Kanto.
Damn, look at that man go. He really did that. He really did that. Like, honestly, when Artemis Siri was there, Kanto whiffs it. He whiffs the Q. I'm like, okay, it's over. That's it. He's probably gonna get killed here. I don't think I expected Press Abe to be able to get that execute. Like, Cho'Gath. I hate Cho'Gath. Really? This is stressing me out. Like, I'm just looking at all these champions and I'm like, wow, these are really awful to play against. Like, you got the Cho'Gath, you got the Yasuo.
Oh, Dark Quaz looking for the engage onto Gypsy Danger, gets Scarl out of the fight. Cho'Gath, he's used his ultimate twice already, and neither of those times has been on a minion. He still has 6 stacks available to use on small monsters. Iameros getting taken out by VU Ace, though. Wow. His damage is there. Now VU Ace is going for Toothpick Samurai. So much damage flashing forward to pick up the double kill. Press Abe with the mastery flash. That's what I like to see.
Alright, so I'm not gonna lie. When I saw these team comps, I was like, okay, this is a friendly joke. So, you know, this is a friendly joke. So they can play their third game, they can have fun, they can just, you know, do whatever.
Oh, looking for the engage on a Press Abe. He whiffs the W, but the outplay button has been pushed, and Press Abe picks up a kill onto Koskoro without breaking a sweat.
I'm actually
my
really
God.
horrified. I'm so alarmed.
Dark Quaza taking the ultimate onto Gypsy Danger, who gets taken out immediately. Then Artemis Siri is looking for the engage, forcing flash out of Dark Quaza. My gosh, this game! Ah!
I'm actually horrified because that seemed like good engage. Like Costco went in, and I was like, okay, so he's a little low, but he's really chunking out Press Abe. I think he might be able to do this. And then I was wrong. He did just pick up his Zanya's Hourglass though, and I think that is going to be pretty important. I don't know if necessarily it's important now because now you're 0-3 and you're against Cho'Gath, who's 3-1, so he's pretty darn strong regardless of what you do. But I do think that the Zanya's is going to be helpful if he ever does need to go in to try and kill that Cho'Gath, because I think he might be the only one that can. Because Gypsy Danger is 0-2. And I guess, you know, he does run around, he does smack people. Toothpick Samurai is 0-2. He also runs around and smacks people, but it's 18 minutes into the game and he doesn't have an item yet. So he's struggling. They are all kind of struggling. But I do think Kokoro has the best chance of killing Press Abe, because at this point it's literally just how do you kill the man.
Yeah, exactly. Dark Quaza not in a good spot right now. 3v1 position. Can he get the outplay? The answer is no.
He tried.
However, he is wasting a lot of the enemy's time. They do seem like they're going to be able to pick up this tower, and I don't think the team Never Skip Like Day is going to be able to pick up much off of it. But Gypsy Danger is trying to prove me wrong, as he is taking on a rootless 2v1, and he will be taken down by VU Ace. And now Kanto is actually defending this bottom tower very effectively, keeping the pressure off of it. However, with this minion wave, I doubt Kanto will be able to save this tower. But on the flippity flop, you have VU Ace and Conspicuous Jew in the top side, taking this tower. Kanto is actually defending this tower much more effectively than I thought he would.
Yeah, you know what? Usually when I see the jungler trying to fight the enemy bot lane, I don't great, but I guess when the jungler is 2 levels up, it's fine.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. See the Rift Herald getting taken. Press Abe is probably going to use Feast on this and get another free stack. Oh, will they be able to take it in time? No. Baron comes in and kicks Rift Herald out.
Wah, wah, wah.
Unfortunate.
You know
Now you
what?
see. Oh, hold that thought, Koskoro. Oh, wait, Kanto, what are you doing? Kanto's going in so deep. He has Dark Quaza available to tank a little bit for him, but this is not a good engage to be taking. You have Artemis Siri getting the knock-up underneath the tower into the taunt. Dark Quaza gets a knock-up underneath the tower. The damage is there. I am a Rose tanking the tower. Artemis Siri, actually, and then the heal is used, and then you see Kanto and Dark Quaza actually being able to escape. Now you see Conspicuous Jew leading the battle bus into battle.
Battle Janna is here.
Battle Janna has arrived and is ready to kick your butt. This dragon will be started up by team Never Skip Leg Day.
This is actually going to be the first dragon of the game, which surprises me a little bit just with the bot lane dominance that...
Wait! They didn't give it to Cho'Gath.
Oh, they hate him.
Yeah, I guess that's it. As you were saying.
Anyways, yeah, so this is the first dragon of the game. It does surprise me just because they had bot lane dominance for what felt like a really long time. The one thing that I do actually want to mention is that up until recently... Oh, wait. Reverse that thought. I was going to say something that doesn't make sense, and I realized it as I was saying it, but it's okay. It's alright.
It happens.
Artemis Siri did just pick up his Thornmail, though, so hopefully that helps with VU Ace. I hadn't realized VU Ace was doing all that much to him, but you never know. It is a team full auto attack. You do have the Yasuo, you do have Ashe, so I think it is a good pickup, but maybe not as a first item. I don't know. He's 3-1. He has most of the kills, but I guess he's Rammus, so that's kind of how it has to be.
Yeah, I think I think that item will be very effective, as it does draw a lot of the priority from who can they be attacking. It draws it away from Artemis Siri and onto somebody else. But the problem is you kind of have to be dealing with Artemis Siri because he's going to be in your face, and if you don't check him, you don't take him out of the fight, then he will be doing a lot of damage to you.
Well, you know what? I think I'm not going to disagree with you. However, Gypsy Danger is also going to be there. Koskoro is, of course, being that melee mage in the mid lane. He is also going to be there. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of threats potentially jumping onto your back line. Not necessarily just Artemis Theory.
That's fair.
So I don't know, like, I do agree with what you're saying, that it does make him more of a priority target, but he's not the only priority target, and I feel like Koskoro and Gypsy Danger are going to be more important to get rid of. Despite both being 0-3, they are still scary. You don't want them sitting on your Ashe.
Yeah, exactly. It does make sense. So either way, I think that the tanks on the team of Team Drachenschwert are going to be very menacing, and they are going to be providing a problem. However, you do see Team Never Skip Leg Day starting up this Baron. Drachenschwert don't have any idea. Yeah.
They're about to know, because Iameros is coming over, but Koskoro doesn't have teleport, so it would
Point
be
down,
a 4v5
Gypsy Danger
at best.
coming in. Make sure Cho'Gath gets it. Okay, Cho'Gath does secure the Baron, and then the fight breaks out. Charge coming in the middle of the battle is Iameros. Everybody's laying down their damage. BU Ace is on the backside taking so much damage, and the ultimate will connect onto Iameros. Everybody, Koskoro is coming in, getting his ultimate down onto the field. Dark Quasi taking out Gypsy Danger, and now Koskoro flashing onto Press Abe. Press Abe will be taken down, but then Koskoro is forced to use his Hourglass shortly after he uses Playful Trickster, but BU Ace takes him out as well. The W passive and the Ignites won't be enough to get the kill, so that will ultimately be a 2-for-3 trade in favor of Team Never Skip Leg Day. However, they also pick up the Baron, and they're going to be miles ahead of Team Drachenschwert after that fight.
Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know, I think it was important that Drachenschwert did go for that fight. I feel like maybe they should have tried to pull the trigger a little bit earlier. You should have tried to mess with them doing Baron. You know, maybe Press Abe doesn't get the Baron, doesn't get that stack. But I guess I wanted to wait for Koskoro because he was in the bot lane. He was clearing waves. So, like I said before the fight broke out, at best it was going to be a 4v5. So I guess knowing that, it makes it a little bit better that it was a 3v2, especially since the two members of Never Skip Leg Day that went down were the jungler, were the mid laner. Those are the people that you want to be able to, well, Cho'Gath especially. He's the one that you want to be able to stick in a lane and say, go nuts. So, I don't know, I think it was important that they did pick up some kills, because obviously you need to try and get something back. It is a 7k gold deficit, so you need something. You got the shutdown on Press Abe, so that was definitely a positive, but where do you go from there?
Exactly. What do you do now? And really, it's a very difficult position that Team Drachenschwert are in right now, because they can't sit idly by while their enemy takes towers. But if they're too proactive, then they're gonna get their fight shut down, and they're gonna lose even more. So it really is tough for them. So we got to see how they do it. Right now, they're just kind of sitting back, and here you see they're gonna lose this tower right away. Coaling is gonna be used, and then the CC chain on Toothpick Samurai is quite massive. However, he escapes barely. Battle Janet going in. Toothpick Samurai is so low. Kanto wants this kill. Will he be able to get it? Iameros on the backline gets the stun. And Kanto, even going further, finally gets a kill on Toothpick Samurai. And then you see the damage going through. Conspicuous Jew gets taken out. Kanto on the wrong side of this fight will get shut down by Artemis Siri. Well, maybe? No, actually by Koskoro. Iameros is still alive, though. You only have one member down from Team Drachenschwert, but two members are dead on the side of Team Never Skip Leg Day.
So that one may have been a little bit cocky. I don't really think it was that important that you kill the Lucian. I think just forcing him back would have been sufficient.
Yeah.
He did draw the attention away from Darkwaza, so he does get that top lane turret, but I think maybe if they had just stayed sieging, they would have been able to pick up Something else in mid lane, they lost one more Baron, which isn't the end of the world because I think, yeah, it just ended. So it's not the end of the world, but I don't like it. I think it's kind of silly.
Yeah, that it could have been handled a whole lot better than it was. And so now we're kind of back into a neutral position where you have team Never Skip Leg Day. They're still in the lead, but right now they're not being incredibly proactive with their lead. In fact, most of them aren't really doing anything right now. I'd say most of the proactivity on the map right now is coming from Team Drachenschwert. You have 3 members in the bottom lane, but you still have members all across the map to cover the splits, and they will be taking up their first tower of the game.
Woohoo! You know what? That's how you get back in it. Get a little bit of standing gold. But a 6,000 gold lead for the side of Team Never Skip Leg Day, so you gotta make up that deficit from somewhere. It's now been 28 minutes and 1 dragon has gone down, and I wish they paid a little bit more attention to it, especially for the side of Team Drachenschwert, because I feel like the Ashe and the Janna are going to be poking you out pretty hard. Even the Cho'Gath has a fair amount of poke going on, but looks like they're going to collapse on him.
Yep, you see Artemis Siri going in. Iameros as well. Toothpick Samurai getting in on the fun. But the flash after the Q might be enough to save him. The Colin coming out. But Press Abe will be walking away with his life.
Yeah, and it's pretty important that he makes it out just because they were trying to make that a 4v1. They were trying to collapse on him, trying to get rid of that Cho'Gath who is so crazy big right now, and now he doesn't really care. He's gonna wander
Dragon
around.
being started. You have Gypsy Danger teleporting in. Artemis Siri going in as deep as he can. Not actually going to be able to find anybody. Charge is coming in. The movement speed will be there. Not going to find anybody on that front either. Conspicuous Shoe tossing down Zephyr once again. And really, Never Skip Leg Day gets away with that dragon for free.
So I did like the idea of that fight, because they did chunk out Press Abe in that mid lane. He was almost dead, so they knew that if they started a fight, he wasn't really going to be a large factor in it. I feel like that could have been very good. I think they needed to maybe start it a little bit earlier, because once they killed the dragon, they could just walk away for free. Maybe if you go in while the dragon is still being taken down, you give Team Never Skip Leg Day a reason to stick around, to try and draw out that 5v fight, because, I don't know, Cho'Gath is very scary, but an almost dead Cho'Gath is a lot easier to kill than a full health Cho'Gath. If he does decide to stick around. And if he doesn't, it's 4v5. So theoretically, you should be even better off.
Exactly.
I don't know, I feel like it's good ideas, but maybe they don't think of them early enough.
Oh no, Iameros gets blown up. You know, speaking of this Cho'Gath, I wanna comment on the fact that he only has 4 stacks, which Cho'Gath is pretty mediocre. It's not Cho'Gath. But 3 of those, or he has 5 stacks. 3 of those stacks are from champions, and 2 of those stacks are from epic monsters. He hasn't killed any minions with Feast at all. So he still has 6 more potential stacks that he's able to get just from using Feast.
It's like when we say that like a champion has a CS deficit. But
Kanto going in, Artemis Siri taking so much damage. Redemption is going to be what gets the kill. And now Gypsy Danger taking out Kanto as well. The knockup into Dark Claw's ultimate is huge. The Proto Belt being used, and now you only have 3 members of your team defending against 4 of Team Never Skip Leg Day. Baron is going to be threatened, and there's no jungler on the enemy team to contest it. This should be a pretty free. Oh, Dark Claw's.
No jungler, no mid laner. Yeah, this is pretty free, especially since Fizz is one of those champions that even if he has no gold, like even if Fizz is losing, he's still gonna be really annoying, still gonna be threatening, no matter what. So
yeah.
Can you tell how much I dislike Fizz?
I can.
Does
Baron, 5,000 health. Will a play be made on it? They have vision, but You can't contest against the Cho'Gath, who's picking up his 6th stack or 7th stack of the game. Numbers not displayed. Excuse me, not displaying correctly. None of those.
A lot of stacks.
Yeah, none of which are from minions, which I find pretty fun.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre, and especially when you're approaching 3,000 health and you still haven't taken any minions. It's you got a long ways to go that you can go.
Yeah, he is. You know, it's like I said before that fight started. If you don't have to consume small minions, why are you gonna consume small minions? You can just kill in champions. Because outside of it being a, you know, obviously making Cho'Gath get bigger, making him get stronger, it is a powerful execute. Like, it does just take somebody who might be coming to kill you and turns them into a tuna sandwich. You know, you just
Yeah.
eat that.
Everybody to Cho'Gath is a tuna sandwich.
Exactly. Especially Fizz.
Yeah, Fizz, Lucian, oh, especially. Oh, that was good.
He's a fish. Come on.
Wah, wah. Anyways, you're seeing these minions pressuring so hard on this tower. The knockups are huge. There's so many knockups for Dark Quasar to take advantage of right now.
If he was in the mid lane, not in the bot lane.
I think him split pushing the bottom lane is very beneficial though, because it draws Koskoro away, and now you have the opportunity to take a team fight like this one, and Toothpick Samurai gets knocked up, everybody's laying down damage, it's Artemis Sirius, nothing he can do, double kill going over to press Abe, and that's another kill for Kanto on a Toothpick Samurai. You got 2 members left. This is going to be the end of the game right here. Teleport coming in from Dark Plaza, but I doubt he'll even be able to help. Now PUA is flashing away from his ultimate, but he is flashing in. Koskoro wants this kill, but will he be able to take it? The Ignite will be thrown down. Everybody's laying down the damage. Gypsy Danger using charge, and now you see Anto getting taken out. Koskoro dying finally. Dark Quasar has the DPS, and he will be taking down the next.
Yeah, so I feel like in both of these games, there was a high amount of pressure and priority given to the mid lane. Obviously, in the early game, we saw BU Ace and Conspicuous Drew taking over that bot lane, but, you know, because they're bot lane, they don't really do much. That's just kind of the nature of bot lane right now. So while in the last game we saw Koskoro taking over, this time it was the Cho'Gath show. He did that.
Yeah,
He did
absolutely.
that.
He did that, exactly. Cho'Gath, very driving force in this game. It was what happened in this game was you have Team Never Skip Leg Day doing to Team Drachenschwert what Team Drachenschwert did Never Skip Leg Day last game. So it was a good game played by both sides, but unfortunately for Team Drachenschwert, Never Skip Leg Day did pull ahead. We have Game 3 coming up, and it will be exciting to see what each of these teams is able to learn and what they're able to take from it. So stick around because we back.
I'm a fucking bandit. Understand it, I'm a fucking bandit. Understand it, I'm a fucking bandit. Understand it, I'm a fucking bandit. Bandit, 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 bandit. Understand it, I'm a fucking bandit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Learning Fives. We have our third and final matchup of the day here. My name is Niberia, and I am joined here by Jolly. Jolly, how are you doing today, my friend?
I am great. This is my first cast, so I'm very excited to be here.
That's great. I'm excited to have you here. You know, hopefully you get a warm Learning Fives welcome from everyone here.
I
And
already
hopefully
have.
we get a great inaugural game here, the Vladimir band coming out, and I finally get to say something really fun on a cast. That's probably a bot lane ban, Jolly.
Oh yeah, and that's fun to see. This is the first time I've actually been able to cast this chaotic meta, so I'm very excited to see both picks and bans, especially because the last game that we saw, I didn't manage to see the first show match here, but the last one was relatively typical of the players themselves. So it's interesting to potentially see them maybe branch out a little bit in their picks here.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping we get to see something like what the LPL meta has, I'm not sure whether to use developed or devolved into, but where they have this sort of pseudo one threat comp. One of the combos I really like to see is the Ivern and Rengar. I don't think we'll see it here today, but that would be really amazing. We see the Brand, Janna, Kaisa, Galio bands coming out here. A surprising amount of focus here on the bottom lane. The Nocturne pick, of course, focused towards the jungle, but the rest of it, mostly bottom lane bands.
Yeah, and I do like the band so far. However, the first picks, Vladimir, Galio, I mean, honestly, on both sides. The Janna we saw last game here, so potentially didn't like the disengage that she had to offer previously. Nocturne has been a sneaky one recently, and you had mentioned Wukong is incredibly strong right now, so great to see on Red Side's team, and Volibear, who's one of my favorites as well. So two, I'm assuming jungles here. Wukong actually could go mid lane. I have seen him mid recently as well. Incredibly powerful in both lanes there. And now mid lanes being picked. We've got Anivia and Ziggs, who we have yet to see in these three show matches.
You know, I'm kind of shell-shocked here. I'm very lucky that we have the draft setup we do where everything is done ahead of time so that I don't get too surprised by like flex picks, because usually how it goes is they pick it in the order because they've done the draft ahead of time. So we know it's going to be Kled versus Yasuo, Wukong, Volibear, Anivia, Ziggs. But had we seen the draft come out without our setup, half of these could be flexed in other lanes. I've seen a Volibear support that was in solo queue, but it was fairly successful, so maybe, probably not. But I've seen Volibear top lane. You know, Kled could go in the bottom lane. Kled actually has been one of the proposed flex picks down there in the bot lane as that bruiser. So a lot of flexibility in this composition, but a lot of kind of weirdness in general with it as well.
And that's the fun thing as well with both this meta and also this elo. So you had kind of mentioned LPL elo, you know, maybe we'll see something that is more meta standard for the Chinese league servers. But thinking as well about this silver gold elo that we're seeing, there's a lot more flexibility when it comes to these crazy breaking the meta picks. And I'm really, really enjoying it in both the professional games, whether it be LPL, NALCS, EULCS, or even these show matches that we're doing here from anything from bronze to plat and diamond. It's all over the place, but people are able to work compositions and metas that you would never think possible just based on the teamwork and how the individuals are doing, specifically with those champions. If they have the comfort picks that they're going with, that they know they're strong with, right now you can make almost anything work.
Yeah, and it looks like our teams are doing just that today. These bot lanes are fairly standard. None of the mage or bruiser shenanigans that we've been seeing in the professional leagues, which is kind of refreshing in a way, Jolly, because every draft, when I look at other games, I have little mini heart attacks. I'm like, oh God, that hover. Are they going to actually pick Aatrox? And the first time they picked it, I thought it was a misclick. I genuinely was like, that's funny. Are they going to redo draft? No, they're keeping it. No, they're taking it AD carry. What? And it's just, I love that kind of surprise coming out in the meta. We're not going to have that here in the bottom lanes at least, but this jungle matchup is very interesting because we generally don't see it in organized play. Both Volibear and Wukong are usually crowded out by other picks like Graves, for example, Olaf and Skarner as of late, Sejuani as well. So it's going to be interesting to see their unique strengths here, especially with that Wukong and Yasuo combo.
And I did do a little bit of research as well ahead on these players and watched the previous, or at least one of the previous spectator games today. I know that Artemis Siri is actually a big Volibear fan, a big Volibear main, and we're seeing quite a few of those, actually more of the comfort picks based on a little bit of research that I was doing. Sona being Lamiros's primary or main support here, Misfortune being up there. I didn't see Anivia for the mid lane, but it looks like the entirety of the blue side is going with very, very comfortable picks, which again, in this meta is absolutely appropriate.
Well, and especially within learning fives, that's one of the best things you can do. You know, while you could say, hey, that funnel composition looks really fun, having like a Graves or a Yi with a lot of farm. That's interesting. If no one on your team plays Graves or Yi, it would be suicide in these show matches to go in and be like, so what does Yi's Q do again? It's something about invulnerability. I don't know. So it's good to see that they're sticking to their guns, doing what they're comfortable with. And that's really exciting for me, at least, because it means we get to see what these players are capable of on their very best picks. There's nothing where they're just sort of going in blind on a pick and saying, oh God, what do? I don't know how this works. So looking forward to that at the very least.
Right, and as I'd said too, with the blue team being having a very comfortable team composition, it looks like Yasuo is a great pick for Dark Quasar. But again, just based on the research that I did, they're going more meta, more silver gold meta here. Wukong, I mentioned, is extremely powerful. Ziggs is always a safe pick. We'll see how that matches up against the Anivia. We don't really know how that draft worked out, whether it was a response or whether Ziggs was chosen first, because that's kind of a risky move. But Ashe and Pyke are incredibly strong down bot. We can see we've got the Ignite on Pyke and the Exhaust there on Sona. Very important to keep her Misfortune alive, but it's going to be such an aggressive bottom lane. Volibear's going to have to move around the map quite a bit and ensure that his bottom lane is able to maintain and at least not get pushed over, because the rest of Red Team's team is definitely snowball heavy for sure.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that aggression plays out in the early game as we get into game. In the meantime, we're going to toss it over to a quick break.
wanna do is say,
here's a little light of mine that I would never dare to find if you and I didn't collide.
all I wanna do is say,
You've taken me by surprise. You brought me back to life. You didn't even have to try.
all I wanna do is say,
Yeah, I'm flying away to the birds in LA and I won't be back. But I promise to you that the miles in between us will never change. The nights we stayed up, it felt okay. Turning to love a million.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Learning Fives. We are greeting you here with a bit of a pause. My name is Niberia still, and I am still joined by Jolly. And Jolly, this gives us great time to slowly introduce the teams and see how bad my German pronunciation is. On the blue side, we have Drachenschwert. That was awful. In the top lane, there is Gypsy Danger 86, Jungle Artemis Siri. In the mid lane, Koskoro, 80 carry, Toothpick Samurai, and in the support role, Lamaros.
And on the red side is Team Never Skip Leg Day. Hope I pronounced that one correctly. On the top is Dark Quaza X. In the jungle, we have Kanto. Mid lane is our 16th President of the United States of America, President Abe. ADC is VU Ace. And support, we have Conspicuous Jew. And I do know that these teams are 1-1 right now. So I heard, and I was maybe slightly confused, it's not a best of 3. It is 3 best of 1s. So one in favor of Drachenschwert, 1 in favor of Team Never Skip Leg Day. It's okay. We're very, very white American. So I know that nobody's really offended that we can't pronounce.
It's sad I'd have a better chance if it were a Chinese name, because that I can almost swing the pronunciation of. And German, you'd think, you know, because English is a Germanic language. So you'd think maybe that we Americans could figure it out, but no, apparently we're a little too far gone from the German language to figure it out perfectly. But you know, it was our first try, Jolly. I'm sure if the pause goes long enough, we could just go back and forth and just like pop it into Google Translate and hit play and just be like, Drachenschwerte, Drachenschwert.
You know, I think we did quite well, and I'm going to try to make it so that's the only time I say their name.
Yeah, I'm actually just going to probably call them DCS for the rest of the show match, because honestly, trying to figure out German pronunciation in the middle of a team fight would kill me.
Yeah, at least the actual summoner names themselves are relatively easy to decipher here.
Yeah, they're at least English-ish. So we can swing with that. My one concern though is our support. Is it I am Eros or Lamaros? Because I feel like it might be the first one.
Now, when I looked it up, it started with an L. Actually, it is Lamaros. From what I was seeing, I may be incorrect there, but I am seeing a lowercase L.
Look at this next level prep, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. We have actual pronunciations for the names now, thanks to Jolly.
Oh, just because I can like see the letters does not mean I can pronounce them. That's for sure.
I mean, it's better than where I'm at, so I'm still pretty pleased with it. Pretty pleased with the situation as it is. We have just been informed that the jungler for the red side, Team Never Skip Leg Day, is restarting. Just wants to get that really fresh start in the game, you know, just kind of. Yeah, they just loaded in, but they want to load in again to just make sure that their mentality is super fresh instead of just fresh.
And we did see that was the slight delay there in the load into game, actually. So he was having a little bit of issues on loading in initially. We got the reconnect. We'll see if we can keep that secure connection, because that can make or break at least the experience for a game for sure. And we like to have these show matches on a completely even playing field. And network is one of those things that's very difficult to control when we're doing matches like this, where it's people in different states, in different countries, all across, different, what normally would be different servers. So we make it work the best that we can, and we appreciate these players at least making it work as well.
Yeah, and generally, Jolly, 4v5s aren't very competitive. We've seen some of them become almost competitive, but generally those are severe mismatches in skill.
Yes, and that's exactly what we don't want.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing we don't want. So we're coming up on 5 minutes of pause now, and Jolly, I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty pleased with ourselves for being able to fill for this long and talk about literally nothing. But
Oh, yeah.
let's start talking about something. I think I'm just gonna randomly point to a portrait on the screen. I'm closing my eyes now. Let's see. Okay. The mid lane matchup, Ziggs versus Anivia. How do you think this is going to play out? Is there going to be jungle pressure for one side or the other? What's going to go down?
I think there is going to be a lot of jungle pressure in every lane, but I think early game, it's mostly going to be this Anivia and this Ziggs duking it out for themselves and poking as much as possible, yes, as mid lane does, but attempting to play as safe of a game because I do think there's a lot of focus on this bottom lane. We have Pyke and Ashe, which can be incredibly snowbally and so much damage coming out as well. So Sona is a great matchup with this misfortune on the other side. Not really a slow mid lane start. It's either going to be incredibly slow or incredibly fast. And much pressure again from both of these junglers. I love both of these champions. Volibear was one of the first I started with. Wukong was one of the first that I mastered. So to see them play, which we haven't seen much of them, especially in pro play in quite a while, will be very exciting to see their pressure as well on the mid lane.
Yeah, honestly, Jolly, as it comes to jungle picks, I'm still waiting for the Showmatch Shaco to come out, but I think I'm going to be waiting for a couple of months at the very least, or maybe like jungle. Come on, I know one of you would do it. I know that a few people who are not on teams right now would do it, but therein lies the problem. They're not on teams right now. But you mentioned the bot lane matchup a little bit, and I want to go back to that because you said that Sona's a good matchup because it can poke down, it gives you a little bit of sustain, but I'm kind of worried, Jolly, about the Sona Pyke matchup because Sona is so incredibly squishy, that very, very tiny health pool, and Pyke is running Electrocute. He's running Ignite. He is a burst champion. How is the blue side going to make up for this difference?
I mentioned the jungle pressure. It's going to be a big thing from a very early point in the game, in my opinion. But if they get far, far behind, they have the potential to roam and pick it up in the other lanes. There's never an end-all, be-all, especially early game when it comes to these matchups bottom lane. And in particular, with the current meta being as insane as it is, right now, people are very used to either getting the snowball or being snowballed upon. And so you have to work around that. You have to start early roam. You have to keep your vision up and keep your eyes on the other lanes to see if there's any way to potentially snowball yourself somewhere else. And maintaining the CS, as always, we know, CS can be much more important than getting a few early kills. So they have to be able to not be pressured so hard that this misfortune Toothpick Samurai on MF is unable to farm. But yes, I absolutely agree with you. It's a scary place, but luckily the CC that she offers will hopefully be enough for them to maintain an early game.
Yeah, well, speaking of early game, Jolly, let's look at the state of the game as it stands. It's 13 seconds in, and blue side Drachenschwert has a bit of an item advantage if you look at it. Their top lane, their jungle, and mid lane are both at least 2 items up on their opponents at 13 seconds. So this might be a worrying trend for them, Jolly. It's entirely jokes, guys. In case anyone's like, what the hell is he talking about? Sometimes when it comes to pauses, and Jolly, I'm sure you can attest to this, you just lose a little bit of sanity. And we're approaching 8 minutes, so you gotta find things to talk about. But there's nothing too interesting to talk about in these item pickups, nothing surprising here. Machete, Doran's Blades, Doran's Ring, Bell Thieves. It's just very, very standard so far, so just have to wait, see if people can fix their computers, maybe someone can send a tech out.
Yes, it is difficult, and many times as casters, I've definitely been in this situation before, and this is the most difficult one to be in the situation of the game not even having officially started. When you don't have a point into any of your abilities, we won't count it as starting the game. It is all standard, which is what we expect to see again in this elo, and really with these matchups. I mean, each champion is going in the lane that you would assume it would reside in, and so nothing absolutely insane because the meta is all over the place right now. We are down almost about 9 minutes on this pause, and I am really hoping that this Wukong is able to pull through right now because he is going to be a heavy, not a, I almost said saving grace, but it's the opposite. You know, he is going to aid his team like none other, but they've got the upper hand in most of these lanes. Volibear, however, I would love to see him able to pick the rest of his team up, maintain the early game, because I assume based on these team comps, red team has an early game lead for sure, a huge advantage, but I do see it dropping off later game with the team comp on the blue side. So I'd love to see this game go longer than 25 minutes, you know, something a little bit longer than the average, which is around 30. And actually see both of these teams play to their full potential on these interesting matchups and metas.
Yeah, because on that note, a lot of the late game potential determiner from the blue side is going to come from what that Misfortune builds, because both the lethality and the crit builds are currently viable on her, and that's something that hasn't happened in a long while. For a lot of champions, she and Jin share this capability where they can both go lethality or crit, and it sort of bounces between them in the metas. But if you look at sites like ProBuild, Champion.gg, it's fairly balanced between the two builds, which is interesting to see. So we'll see what Toothpick Samurai vouches to go for. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting into the match here between Team Drachenschwert and Team Never Skip Leg Day. And I think finally, after the 12th time saying it, I'm comfortable in screwing up the German pronunciation, Jolly.
There you go. Yeah, you just had to say it 12 times.
And we had plenty of time to, and that's the brilliance. Kanto doing me a huge solid there with those computer issues, giving me time to work through the tech delay. But looks like both junglers going to be starting on the bot side here, which to me says there's either going to be a fight around a Scuttle Crab or maybe a fight in top lane around level 3. But Jolly, I am not by any means a color caster. So is that your read on it, or what do you think?
Yeah, I was surprised there was no word coverage or any pressure there. Usually at least people poke to each other, say, hey, I know you're in the bottom lane. I know you're, towards the blue or towards the red here. Red being very, very standard in my opinion here for this Volibear. And early blue on the Wukong is actually not a huge surprise. So yeah, standard builds. We've got this mid lane is going to be exciting. So I'm interested again to watch the jungle roam. I think we're going to get a very, very early gank here.
Yeah, both junglers so far just clearing out those camps, doing the best they can as we see a little bit of poke down in the bot lane. Pretty even trade, but the good thing about getting poked down into the AD carry is, especially without fleet footwork, there's a lot less sustain on that Ashe as compared to the Sona with 3 potions and that heal on a basic ability. Ooh, Gypsy Danger might be in a little bit of trouble here. Not going to lose Scarlet just yet. That auto will do it. Darkwaza has the lead. He's going for first blood, but not going to be able to get it. Oh, maybe he will. Flash out was not enough to save him. Darkwaza now in a little bit of trouble. Artemis Siri getting the flash in, but not going to be able to get the knockup onto Darkwaza. A great, clean first blood there for that Yasuo. And Pike goes in. Lamoros has to flash out, and VU Ace gets so low. Burning heal in the engage. Heal for flash there in the bottom lane, and first blood in the top.
That was a lot of summoner spells burned. And only 1 kill going to top laner there, going to the Yasuo Darkwaza, which is a great early start and definitely one of the better matchups for him. Now, we do know that Darkwaza has a one-trick pony of Yasuo. He plays Yasuo quite a lot. I've mentioned that before. And Kled, I believe we saw Gypsy Danger play Kled during that last game, and it worked out well for him, but I believe it was circumstantial. Kanto's going to do some damage there to the Anivia. But lots of pressure here we're seeing, too, towards the bottom lane. Toothpick Samurai and Lamoros are able to actually pressure that bottom lane after dealing as much damage as they did to VU Ace. So Conspicuous Jew on Pike is doing some damage, but I think he was a little far back during that engage, not able to help out his ADC as much as he would have liked.
Yeah, and VU Ace going for that Doran's Blade means that not as much sustain as you'd expect here in the early games. Doran's Shield, of course, gives you a lot of defensive potential, but the lanes are resetting a little bit. We see that Toothpick Samurai is a little low on mana, so maybe VU Ace and Conspicuous Jew can turn around the lane from here, but it looks like just going to be a little bit of farm pressure going out from both sides.
And speaking of farm, we take a look at the top lane. Yasuo picking up that first kill, unable to, or was able to go back and pick up an item, but is only at 8 CS right now compared to 17 on Kled. So not a massive difference. We're only 4 minutes and 25 seconds into the game, but unless he's able to turn that around with the pressure that he has on this top lane pushed so far towards blue tower, it's going to prove detrimental.
Darkwaza about to get flipped up. He gets knocked up. He gets stunned up. He's in trouble, but he might be able to make it out. There's no flash available to chase him down. Oh, great win wall there from Darkwaza. Whew. Almost giving me a heart attack there, Jolly. I did not think he wanted to go in there.
No, that was an incredible wind wall there. A bear trap on a rope being thrown out, and I honestly didn't know if he caught it, but it had not connected yet.
Oh, no. All right. I thought maybe another engage was coming out in the top lane, Jolly, but they're going to play it a little bit safe here. Darkwaza wants to get a chance to heal up, maybe catch up on that 8 CS farm differential. But it looks like Kled is keeping a whole lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, lots of pressure from the blue side here. Great stun coming out from that Anivia, but again, slower game in the mid lane, kind of like I predicted.
Oh, great pull there onto Toothpick Samurai, but not going to be able to get the stun. Lots of follow-up damage from VU Ace as well, going to start evening out this lane because both of the bot laners for Team DCS are low on mana, excruciatingly so.
Oh, and a mixed hook there by Pyke, but yeah, absolutely. Oh, a flash in!
Oh, the flash hook! The great Toothpick there from Conspicuous Jew, and Toothpick Samurai going to get taken out by the Ignite. Great plays there by the red side bot lane.
2 summoner spells burned there, but also the summoner spell burned right after MF had already used her flash. So essentially 2 during that fight as well from Toothpick Samurai, who went down. And not enough damage to really make a difference up there in the top lane. Thought there might have been a heavy engage. This Kled has been pushed back, but is doing a fantastic job of pushing in response and keeping the lane pushed as much as possible. But lots of damage coming out on him. Yasuo needs to step back a little bit, maintain that, but is now picked up on the CS differential. So that early push and that early deficit did not make a difference for him. And we do have an Infernal Drake in the wings, just as a heads up, and a couple of buffs spawning as well on the blue side. So maybe keeping an eye out there. We've got some vision coming down.
Yeah, we would expect... Oh, engage here in the top lane. Darkwaza does not have ultimate, but it doesn't look like it matters a whole lot. Taking Gypsy Danger down way low there in the health bar. So maybe that pressure is something they can work with here with this Infernal Drake. They have the Ashe, but Cantor's on the wrong side of the map for that. So looks like it'll just be top lane pressure and nothing else.
And that is one of many of the, if I'm not mistaken, I have not played much Pyke, but the Bone Skewer coming out. He has missed almost every single one of those, which has not been helping this Ashe. We've got full health almost for both players on this blue side. Of course, Toothpick Samurai did just go down a moment ago to Conspicuous Jew, but now they do have the ability to at least push a little bit. Here they're throwing down some vision. Again, maybe some movement towards that Infernal Drake because it is going to be a high priority one early game for both of these teams.
Yeah, the control ward on there from the red side is going to at least give them a little bit of safety mentally. But Kanto is down a level compared to the top laners. Artemis Theory also level 5. Once they hit level 6, I expect a lot of pressure coming out from both junglers because those ultimates are really powerful, but Kanto's more so. You know, Wukong's ultimate is so much. The knockup, the AoE damage.
So Volibear was trying to be sneaky there. Not sure if you saw him jump into that river bush, and it turns out Kanto knew just where he was, jumped over, now being caught out.
Has to force the flash, but in the top lane, the re-engage, the last breath from Darkwaza going to shred some armor, get some damage. Gypsy Danger fighting it out well, but Darkwaza now looks for the chase. Not going to go for the long-range tornado on this one. I feel like he could have gone a little bit more aggressive there and stuck on him longer, Jolly.
Yeah, I don't disagree there for sure. He is down a level, which is fine where he's at right now. He's been able to poke out when he needs to. Ult coming in.
Conspicuous Jew gets stunned up. No, but gets the ult, the return kill. Lameros turns out was the one getting picked off as Darkwaza in the top lane looking for Gypsy Danger. The flash out, the pocket pistol, not going to be enough. Darkwaza picking up his second kill of the game as a 1 for none goes down bot lane. 2 for none across the map in favor of Team Never Skip Leg Day.
Yeah, not sure if that was a great position for Gypsy Danger to make that flash, being as low as he was. Yes, he's Kled, but he is facing a Yasuo who has the same amount of mobility to get in as he has to escape from that. Lots
lands going for the stun, and Toothpick
Oof.
Samurai once again getting caught out by that Pike.
And that Ignite going off again. Luckily, this time the kill did manage to go over to the ADC there. So 1-0-2 on Ashe, 2-0-1 on Pike. Now that is a scary lane. And I had talked about the pressure as well that Miss Fortune and the Janna had earlier on, or Sona, earlier on in this game. And it might have actually hurt them in the long run there. As the Volibear and the Wukong moved down, I'm not sure if there was enough communication, because that could have turned out more in their favor. But actually, it looks like Drachenschwert is going to go for this Infernal Drake. We've got 3 members, and we do have some vision there coming down from the Ashe. They know what's going on. They're going to try to pinch him off post-Dragon fight.
Not able to pick up the Dragon Steel there with the Mega Inferno Bomb from Ziggs. A little bit disappointing, but it was a good attempt, you know. You're not going to need that ultimate necessarily because you haven't been fighting much. So I like to see cute little plays like that across the map. It's fun.
It's always worth the try, and especially on someone like Ziggs that hasn't been a crazy mid lane right now. He's got a relatively shorter cooldown, and it will definitely get very short later on in the game. Worth the risk, absolutely. And for an Infernal Drake early game, that's absolutely worth an ultimate. It's just a bit of a cooldown there.
Yeah, speaking of cooldowns in the top lane, Darkwaza using a lot of his to try and secure the kill. Oh, the gank coming out, the Cyclone, the last breath, Gypsy Danger living up to his name, but this time he's in danger. 3rd kill there, going to go down onto him. Great play there from Kanto and Darkwaza.
And I think it's about time for this mid lane to pick it up. Based on the number of kills that we've got top lane, which is generally more of the island play, more of securing your tower, keeping the lane either pushed into the opposing lane or away, or into, your own lane. So I want to see some big moves here, because Anivia and Ziggs late game are going to be huge damage potential for them. I actually want to see them be able to partake in a team fight, while able to actually participate the way that they want to.
Yeah, no big team fights across the map. We haven't had a huge 5v5 engage. The closest we've come is these bot lane skirmishes that keep popping out, but really, neither mid laner gets to do a whole lot in them, Jolly. The closest we've gotten is Koskoro kind of walks down and throws down an ult on Kanto, and he flashes over the wall. Like, that's the closest to map interaction we've gotten from these mid laners. So maybe things will change out in the later stages of the game where 5v5 fights start to become common over objectives like that Baron. Maybe the Rift Herald will become a point of contention, but in the meantime, just going to see some more pick potential coming out in the bot lane. Conspicuous Jew having to flash out, getting taken out. Not great to go in after you miss the Bone Skewer.
No. That was a lot of damage coming out real fast, because Scaro's getting knocked down.
Yeah, he's going to be just fine. Great wall there to prevent the rest of the chase, but he had his jungler anyways. I wouldn't be too concerned if I were that Anivia. So just resetting the lanes a little bit here. Blue side going to get a nice push on the bottom lane.
And there's already a lot of damage that we're seeing from all members of both of these teams. That was a very quick way for Pike to go down. He jumped in, thought he could do some damage, maybe get out, even use the flash, and just took so much damage there initially right off the bat, even from the Zephyr, even from the Sona there. The MF is already getting a good poke down onto the Ashe consistently.
Yeah, these bottom lanes are going to be a little interesting to watch coming up soon, because we see the Dustblade being picked up here for Toothpick Samurai. So it is likely going to be a full lethality build from the Misfortune, but that means that we can see more plays like we did the pick onto the Conspicuous Jew, where there's just a little bit of damage from Lamoros, a little bit of damage from Toothpick Samurai, and suddenly that Pike's in trouble once again. The ultimate coming out from both bottom laners there. VU, Ace, and Lamoros respectively using theirs, and a disengage comes out. But possible 3v3 here, Jolly.
Yeah, there is vision there, so I'm expecting a little bit of a back off from the Ashe and the Wukong here, but no, they are not going to, actually. It looks like Volibear is going to be forced down and around the tower here, And yeah, actually, the blue side unaware, now able to see conspicuous Jew there in that bush, but unawares that Kanto is sitting in the farther back bush. But I'm not really expecting a push from blue team here. They know their Volibear had to go back a little bit. They know he was spotted out, unable to try to go for a gank there. And Wukong potentially backing here now, maybe to pick up the entirety of that Black Cleaver. He's got the Caulfield's Warhammer, but is waiting for a potential engage.
Yeah, he sees Artemis Siri once again. Kanto looking for the engage, gets the Cyclone, gonna get the kill onto Toothpick Samurai, but he's not done yet. The stun not gonna go down onto Lameros. He might be able to get out, but no, the great Pike ultimate there. Artemis Siri, you do not want to go in here, buddy. Sure, you got the flip, you got the Aftershock, so you'll be safe, but you're gonna lose a whole lot of health and possibly this bot lane tower here.
And that engage is scary for Artemis Siri. He has his passive, has to flash out there, has the passive, but might take enough damage from these champions because they are dealing so much that the passive will just be blown. And that is not something you want to happen in this position, especially with your team being as far behind as they are in the rest of this game. And Gypsy Danger also has been in a bit of a dangerous spot. This lane has been pushed the whole time, and there is not much health left on that tower, so it's not necessarily even a safe place for him to hide. If there happens to be a gank, it can come from below that tower. Luckily, it is warded up, potentially maybe trying to actually cause the jungler to move up there. Maybe bait him under that low health tower.
Yeah, the problem here is Gypsy Danger is down 40 CS and already, President Abe in a little bit of trouble there, flashing over the Crystallize. He should be just safe, but as I was saying, the top lane you're pointing out, not going great for Gypsy Danger, but he's hardly an outlier here. Yes, he's down 40 CS, and that is painful. Genuinely one of the worst feelings in League of Legends. But if you look at the rest of his team, they're not doing all that much better. They only have 1 kill across the board. They're down almost 6k gold. Sure, they have the Infernal Drake, but when you have no items that provide AD or AP because you're so behind, what's another few percentage points of it?
And maybe that leads back as well to what we were saying about the comfort picks for these players. I did mention that Yasuo is definitely a comfortable pick for Darkwaza. You could even say a one trick for him. So maybe Gypsy Danger not as comfortable on the Kled. Yes, a powerful champion and not a horrible pick, but in this situation, potentially going with a champion that was a little more of a comfort pick for him may have resulted in a better outcome. Either that or Darkwaza is just so good with Yasuo, he needed more jungle pressure early game.
Well, at this point, it almost doesn't matter how good Darkwaza is at Yasuo in comparison to Gypsy Danger, because Gypsy hasn't even gotten a chance to ult. You know, that ultimate is great for initiating team fights, getting picks, as we see another pick ultimate used, but VU Ace, maybe they will get it. It's 3 versus 1. The ultimate coming down from Toothpick Samurai. Not going to be enough. Flash Cyclone, Lameros, double kill for VU Ace.
Yeah, not much to be done in that situation. That was a lot of damage, and all of those champions came in real fast. Darkwaza now jumping and doing a bit of damage onto Gypsy Danger. They did get that blue turret up top.
Finally, the ultimate going to come out from the Kled, getting some much-needed CC onto Darkwaza. He has flash, so he might be able to flash over a wall here and keep his safety. Great tornado there. Might not even need the flash at this point, honestly, but almost certainly going to flash over the drag? No! How did he get out of that without flash? And his team picks up Rift Herald in the meantime. Darkwaza, macro and micro god here.
Yeah, doing a great job, and both of those champions as well do have that engage, both the Volibear and the Kled. Ooh, and Pike picking up an Anivia.
Great pick up there, and it's gonna be the stun, popping that passive. It is still available. Luckily, Lameros is there to help out a little bit. Damage gonna be enough to take out Costco in the end, however.
Not sure if Abe needed to use his ultimate for that. Maybe just wanted to be a little bit flashy since the cooldown is reducing by quite a bit. But that's going to make it 1-11 in the kills. Less than half health on this first tower in the mid lane. That's going to be tower number 4 or 3 for Red Team. Team never skip leg day.
And they really aren't, because they're moving across the map with a lot of ease here. They're getting everything they need. They've got the kills. They are really just pushing in everywhere they need to. Conspicuous Jew picking up another kill there with that ultimate. Currently 4-1-4 on this Pike.
Quick takedown of Shelly there, which is nice. There is damage coming out from Drachenschwert.
Kanto almost getting pulled there, but Bear Trap not going to do enough to turn it into a pick.
And now able to pick up some buffs. We do have less than a minute now on Baron to appear here, so I'm assuming that will be high priority for Team Never Skip Leg Day, since they are in such a high advantage at the moment and have quite a bit of control over the entirety of this map here. Just about 19 and a half minutes into the game, and they've got a 9k gold lead.
Yeah, and here's the thing about a 9k gold lead at any point in the game. Jolly, I'm sure you know this, but for the audience's sake, that's massive. Because I know that sounds obvious to literally everyone, but listen, guys, listen. Let's use percentages here. 25k versus 35k. That is almost 50% more gold here in the pockets of Team Never Skip Leg Day. If you just look at the gold leads on individual champions, Darkwaza has over 2,000 gold on Gypsy Danger. In the jungle, much of the same story. Mid lane, not quite as much. Bot lane, not quite as much. But if you look at the supports, almost 3,000 advantage there. So that's like a full item advantage there for Pyke, and not a support item. That could be almost like an AD carry item advantage just on Pyke. This cannot really be overstated at this point in the game.
And he is the only one on Team Never Skip Leg Day to go down. And of all the champions, of course, that you want to take a light or, be taken from you, it is the support. We have 3 0-4 on the Ashe, which is incredible. 2 0-4 on this Wukong. Very excited to see him do well. The Ashe ult coming in, followed by the Ziggs ult.
Wow. There was nothing they could do, and the Bone Skewer continues the fight. Another pickup there for Conspicuous Jew. 2 kills for free here in the mid lane. This is really concerning, Jolly.
Even 3 members of Team Drachenschwert were not able to pressure off those global ultimates, making a huge difference. Blue turret destroyed. That's going to be number 4 here for Team Never Skip Leg Day. So much damage, and Misfortune is forced to flash out here, even with the red buff.
Yeah, the Kled ult coming in, looking for the engage. Great ult from Misfortune as well. Conspicuous Jew looking to die for the second time this game. Kanto might get his first. This might be the turnaround DCS is looking for, but as Toothpick Samurai gets picked off, I don't think it will be. Artemis Siri not quite going down there, but 2 for 1. Still a good trade for how out of position they were.
And almost took Volibear down in that trade as well. Had he not had his passive at the time, he absolutely would have gone down. Ashe was confident enough to take 1 to 2 tower shots in that fight, even when the rest of the team wasn't right directly behind her. So having that confidence, 3-0-7 right now is huge. She may be down in CS, but it doesn't matter because the team positioning, and I'd assume the communication between Team Never Skip Leg Day has been a bit better this game than maybe we're seeing from Drachenschwert. It seems like there are a lot of quick moves by Never Skip Leg Day, a lot of team rotation, but they know exactly how to break themselves up to have the advantage, whether they hit 1 member of Drachenschwert or 4 to 5 members.
Yeah, and the problem is, it's going to matter even less how many they're able to pick up here in these fights, how many they're able to pick off, what cluster it is, because if you look at Darkwaza, he's about to get his 2nd core item of the game, that Infinity Edge. And Jolly, this is one of my favorite changes. If you're a Yasuo player, if you're anyone else, you hate it. But with the Phantom Dancer and Conqueror and Infinity Edge, not only do you have 100% critical chance, but 15% of all of your damage plus Conqueror, so even more than that, is converted into true damage. So this Yasuo is going to be doing enough damage to basically destroy anyone on the blue side, no matter what they build.
Yeah, and I do know as well that with Yasuo in particular, there was a bit of a bug earlier, maybe it was, I'm not sure if it was this patch or potentially even the last. The Brawler's Gloves and Infinity Edge, if he decides to go that way, can get the additional 40% critical strike chance, whereas before he was not able to grab that. So that might not be a bad move from him, but IE is killer on Yasuo, especially when the Kled on the opposing side doesn't even have a full item built yet.
Which is just sort of the story of this game, right? Because honestly, Drachenschwert is kind of just rolled over most of this game. The only play they've been able to make because of the pressure coming out from all of the lanes across the map is getting that Infernal Drake, and they barely got that. And look, again, Kanto going in for the pick onto the tankiest member, but they don't care. They got the stun onto the AD carry. They're getting more damage. They're getting more kills. Double kill so far for Darkwaza, and there's just nothing that can be done here if you're blue side.
When your support can split off over the edge and manage to pick up a kill on an ADC, you know you're in a bad position.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, sure, Jolly, most supports aren't going to build Duskblade, right? But it's Pyke. So in this case, when Pyke can solo you out as the AD carry, something has gone horribly, horribly wrong for your team, and it kind of has. But my question for you is this. As Team Never Skip Leg Day is picking up this Baron entirely uncontested, is there anything Drachenschwert can do to come back into this game?
It's a tough position, but I never want to say that there is an unwinnable game. It hurts to say it, and I've seen some ridiculous games and teams just managing to figure out how to work together to overcome a deficit like this. So being this far behind, they're over 12K down. You know, we've got a 14 kill lead for Team Never Skip Leg Day, but they need to play it safe. They're doing a great job now of laying down some vision because they do know that Team Never Skip Leg Day backed off, but Drachenschwert's starting to put themselves into a dangerous position. They need to move now back towards their towers. They can't fight, even it's appeared, even a 3v5, they can't fight it, even potentially under their own tower. So they need to back off here. I understand that maybe they want to get some vision for this dragon in a minute and a half, but this is a really scary place to be right now. We can't see the rest of the team at the moment. There's a lot of damage coming out.
And so much confidence there from VU Ace. He knows he's going to win the fight. They pick it off. A fight that started 2 versus 3 becomes a double kill so quickly. And sure, Kanto showed up, but he didn't even need to be there. Because if it gets to a point, again, we're talking in these weird hyperboles that sound like it's something you'd say to a bronze player to coach them. Like, if you're at the point where you as Volibear can get soloed out by an Ashe when you have 2 other players on your team chasing, something has gone terribly wrong. But no, that's literally what's happened, Jolly. VU Ace was so confident. She was just sitting back there in the back line, being like, wait, I'm Ashe. He's Volibear. He has nothing. I almost have Infinity Edge. I almost have 3 items. I can do whatever I want. And we see that happening here. They pick off. They get the 2 kills, and they've decided they're just going for the inhibitor. Top lane. Dark Quaza is 1v2 right now, but it doesn't matter because his team is taking Nexus Towers. But can he turn the fight is the question. He's going in with the last breath. He gets it onto 2. Gypsy Danger is not going to be the first one to fall down. It looks like Artemis Siri instead, the first target here. The second Nexus Tower has gone down. And it looks like with that, Jolly, the game is going to go to Team Never Skip Leg Day.
And that is 2 in favor of Never Skip Leg Day. Drachenschwert putting up a very good fight there, unfortunately falling at the end, but I'm sure everyone learned just enough and what they wanted to from this game. So great play from either team.
Yeah, I really think that the early game was just the sticking point here for Team Drachenschwert because they had the Kled with that disadvantage, and it was kind of just left there to fester a little bit because, yes, there was the one gank, but it wasn't set up particularly well by Artemis Sirius, so they couldn't get the pick onto Dark Quaza. And then from there, Dark Quaza was just this constant thorn in their side, and then the rest of the map just started kind of winning. So hopefully they'll learn to adjust maybe their picks, their early game plan, or something like that in the future.
Yeah, there was later game, it seemed there was a little bit more that they could adjust. They were engaging on fights that weren't necessarily winnable. So maybe the thing to take from this one for Team Drachenschwert is to just play a lot safer. Play under tower, play to your advantages. If somebody can take a tower shot while they're dealing damage to you, it's really going to help the rest of your team in the long run. So when you're that far behind, don't try to take those crazy picks and jump for someone who seems to be alone, because most likely they will not be.
Absolutely. And with that, that will wrap up our show matches here at Learning Fives for the day. We hope you enjoyed them. And if you're looking to get some more, we have show matches every single weekend. But if you're wondering, Niberia, that sounds awesome, but where can I find this information? It's so hard. Don't worry. I've got you covered. You can follow our Twitch channel, or you can look in the description to follow our Twitter, or look at joining the Discord, where you can even get updates on when everything goes live via a ping, which some people like to complain about, but you know, that's all in the fun. It's all part of the Learning Fives community. From myself, Jolly, and our production head, Penguin God, we hope you all have a wonderful rest of the weekend.